All right, everybody. Happy Monday afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to the D-backs game later tonight. So because of that, we're just going to do a Q&A OT stream right now. So that is the game plan. That we're just going to do a Q&A OT. I should note, obviously, we were live earlier today for the Deshaun Watson news when that broke. Other news broke while I was sleeping, catching up on sleep after the Watson trade. We'll get to that really quickly. The Booty trade to the Patriots with the Texans, I should say. Booty to the Texans. Obviously, they need a wide receiver too after the injury to Higgins out for the season. I think it's a great move for the Texans. I think it's a really good move for the Texans. Unfortunately, Patriots. I mean, they got some good help in the secondary. Got some very good help in the secondary, but I do think Texans won that trade. But how's it going, everyone? Appreciate being here. How's it going with the chart, Michael? How's it going, Kevin? How's it going, everyone? For this. So yeah, that is the happenings in the NFL. We haven't learned anything new about the Watson thing after the press conference. How's it going, Jonathan? Appreciate you being here, man. And yeah, so that is the game plan with that. Yeah, have you traded to the Texans? Yeah, I don't blame you. I hate that you guys traded to the Texans too. I hate you there. Should be at least Czech Republic 3-2 and bomb with the 5th for Little League World Series. Oh man, it's a closer game than you expect. Yeah, they got the wide receiver replacement. Yeah, it's a good move for them. With Higgins out, it's a very good move. Because if you have Tank Dell and he's fully healthy, and you have Jalen Noel progressing the way I think he's going to, plus Booty, plus, of course, Nico Collins, that receiving unit's pretty deep now. It's pretty deep. Oh, you're working and you turn your phone off? Oh, man. Set the tone for students. Yep. Look, you got to do it. Got to do what you got to do. What happened? The Patriots number one song on the day of the video, October 93. I'm going to guess, oh, man, October 93. Dream Lover by Mariah Carey. Go, Dream Lover by Mariah Carey. The Rule Humanoid Robot games. I've not seen any of that except for the weightlifting robot that died. I saw that. Birchwood, join the guards here. Appreciate you. What time is going? Look, appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you in the call for it. Which game do you want me to do for college football? I'll get you in the call. And yeah, what happened? The Texans traded one of their safeties to the New England Patriots, and they got Booty as their wide receiver too. How's it going, RFK? Appreciate you, man. And then John's for the 5 chat between the email you want the bottom game. I appreciate you, Luke, for becoming a member, and I appreciate you, Johnster, on that one. Get you on. We'll set the clock and everything. Yeah, has him have a god complex? Yeah, delusional. Thoughts on Watson being the star? I don't think Monken had anything to do with it. I really don't think Monken made the call on that one, Bobby. I did an emergency live stream talking about it, but long story short, I do think we do breaking news. I'll get to that after this. I'll get to that after this. But Watson, he did not look in preseason. He has not looked good in a while again. Out of 52 quarterbacks with 550 plus passing attempts since 2021, he's 49th. He's not great at this point. I think Sanders at least could give you something. He's at least improving. Not saying he's good, but he's at least improving. Watson is a lost cause at this point. It's sunk cost fallacy. In the breaking news, Allen Robinson announces his retirement. The former Jaguar receiver, after 11 seasons, Allen Robinson officially retiring from the NFL. Chance of Watson getting injured this season, I would say pretty high, all things considered. He hasn't stayed healthy for a full season since COVID. Yeah, lots of pitching strategy. Yep, I love it. Ooh, 73 FSU or 70 in Florida. I'm going to take 73 FSU. I'll go 73 on that one. Yeah, a lot happened in the NFL today. Yep, Trey Benson getting cut. That was another one that was a little bit odd. Remember months now as well. Council member someone had forgot to renew until now. You're good on that one. Is that Birmingham versus Bristol City Saturday? I didn't know a 2-2 draw could be so boring. Best was Stewart getting sprayed. You know, Fulham played today too. Fulham, we are not boring. I'll put it that way. Fulham is not boring. The defense is going to allow 100 goals, but we're probably going to score about 100 as well. Appreciate you guys a ton. Coming in hot on this one. You know, more breaking news there. Stern Watson makes no sense to me. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's sunk cost fallacy. It's entirely sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, considering the situation because Booty was showing a lot of good stuff in Pat's camp. Yeah, they just didn't have the numbers for him after getting A.J. Brown. They just didn't have the numbers. Yeah, I'm surprised the most long to retire. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Trey Benson also getting cut. Trey Benson also getting cut. It's one of those where he didn't do a lot in camp. Obviously, with the injuries, Bam Knight looked very good. If you keep 4 running backs, I'm not sure you keep 4, but if you keep 4, obviously Connor's there, Algier's there, and Jeremiah Love is there. So I completely get the idea behind cutting Benson. He wasn't like too impressive in camp, if I'm being honest, but surprise, but he'll get picked up by someone. How well Porter Williams Stroud's going to play this year? I think it's going to be average. I think it's just going to be middle-of-the-road average, keeping him in front of him, don't make mistakes. He'll be like in that 20 to 22 range at quarterback, but that's all you need. That's really all you need. Cowboys, yeah, they've been pretty quiet, all things considered, for the first time. Point of cutting before week 3 of the preseason is over. The idea is that you do it now, if you say, because they haven't officially done it yet. So the idea is now, if you do it, you announce, hey, we're going to get rid of Benson. Now teams are going to be like, okay, wait, we want Benson. And you might be able to trade Benson to someone. Because they haven't done it yet. They'll do it in 24 hours. They'll officially do it in 24 hours. I did not see that toasted, but obviously I do not like that based on that. XP values change? I have no clue. They're changing a lot with that. They're changing a lot with XP and that. Yeah, Cowboys did have drawn with the Saints. Yeah, but that was at least on the field versus like the off the field nonsense they used to be with. How's it going, Satan? Appreciate you being man. Appreciate you being here as always. You guys have been awesome today. Appreciate you guys. All right. Yeah, I think Stroud's gonna be like a 2022 quarterback. How's it going, Jackson? Fun series here. Hopefully you guys lose. As a D-backs fan, I need some cushion. I need some cushion, so we're fighting just 2 teams and not 3. But you understand. You understand. Let me start the karaoke wheel, and then we will do some of the requests. And following the League World Series, yeah, California going out. That pitcher on, oh man, that wasn't Jersey, but that pitcher that had 15 strikeouts was incredible. Look at viral on Twitter. Ooh, you're the one that I want as the half-off song. Oh man, from Greece. You're the one that I want as half-off song. I mean, I like post all the time on Twitter. I have a lot of tweets that pop off on Twitter, it feels like. So, it is what it is. You want Messi feels 5 feet? I have no idea. Benson starts for the Raiders. I'm going to go fact. They don't have a lot of running back depth, and when you consider the fact that Genty might be out for a little bit, yeah, Booty's last year of the deal as well. Yep. So you get a compensatory pick too. The crazy thing is that you gave up a 7th round pick to get Booty. If you don't let him go, or if you let him walk in free agency next year, you're probably going to get more than that as a compensatory pick. Oh, no, I get you, though, Jackson. Yep. Yeah, the Iowa pitcher. Yep. Yeah, then the girl from Alabama, I mean, she's been great. Jack with a 5, appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to do? Get you on the call for. Boris for some Xia, Roman numeral fills miserably. Oh, I love it. All right. Cole Under Center going season surgery. Oh, that's a problem. How do I feel about the Fulham game? Conflicted. I'll get to that in a second. Again, the thing with Booty is that you're going to get probably a 5th round compensatory pick out of him if you let him walk. So you give up a 7th round pick this year. You get a wide receiver too. You don't necessarily need him next year because you figure you have Dell, Higgins, Noel, and then you'll get a 5th round compensatory pick in 2029. So, or 2028, I mean. You watch it starts week 1, won't be surprised sure it's over. Yeah, I think by week 3. I think halfway through week 3, I think he's going to take over. If they start 0-2 and he doesn't play well, especially with the home fans, I think that'll be it. We've seen the Cards remaining games have an easy here on out. Well, you gotta get 27 outs. So you did not do that against the Phils. You Lance like a practice start. I could see that. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you being a man. Might as well. I'll get on that one, Jack. Appreciate you, man. How do you feel about the Fulham game? Offensively, very good. Defensively, it was very leaky, which I'm not surprised. Leno, I was very surprised with how poor he played. He should have done better, especially on the second goal. Defensively, might be a bit of a nightmare, but I will say they're an exciting team. Fulham is a very exciting team. The attack has looked very lively. Haven't seen it look that lively in quite some time since we had Mitrovic. It's going to be an interesting team this year. I think we go down, but it won't be for lack of goals. I'll put it that way. We won't talk about the Phils. Buy, rent, sell. I'm selling swing. That's easy. I'm going to buy, move along, and rent Dirty Little Secret. That's actually pretty easy on that. Which even though the best and the worst. I heard good things about the Colts uniforms, from what I can tell, and I don't have a good feeling on the Jaguars, because I feel like we're going to overdo it with the gold. I definitely feel like we're going to overdo it with the gold colors, and it's going to look like the mustard jerseys. Underrated, overrated tradition. Oh, man. I really have, like, underrated, overrated for traditions. I think, like, all traditions are pretty cool in college football. Ever playing the Raiders, I feel like people are overreacting Mendoza's pick 6. No, the Texans defense is great. Again, Mendoza, the processing speed is not entirely there yet, but he's a rookie. He's getting up to game speed. He's accurate. The most important thing is that he's hitting the throws. Mendoza's hitting the throws. He's taking a bit of time, but he'll get to speed. I'm gonna go fact on that one, Rob. I'm gonna go fact. Fisher Fantasy Ball Draft. Yeah, both Texans and Rams. I'm not crazy about having 2 defenses, but I mean, those are 2 very good defenses to have. I'm not crazy about having 2 defenses. I usually only have 1. Yeah, GTA 6 has been leaked. Man. Well, Steelers game, yeah. Steelers game, they could. Yeah, I'd say 83, maybe 85. I could see that. I don't think it's going to be enough. In the AL, it would be, but unfortunately, the NL, I'm not even sure 90's enough in the NL. I honestly don't even know if 90's enough. All right, let's do these songs. Is this the right? The audio 2004. Okay, here we go. If the Jags say black jerseys are gold numbers, that'll look nice. I know the pants are going to be black. I hope the jerseys are good, because I want to buy one, but obviously, I don't have high hopes. Because Nike was very hit or miss with the rivalries last year. Very, very hit or miss. Oh, very much Detroit. Yeah, very much. Very much. Can Watson at least be serviceable? No. Look, out of 52 quarterbacks to throw 550 passes since 2021, Watson's 49th in passer rating. Safe bet to take defensive fantasy. What do I think is a safe bet? I like stashing. I like going week to week based on the opponent. That's just how I do it. I like going week to week. So I usually take like second to last pick or third to last pick and just alternate defenses. Browns was hopeless in going into the season. I would say yes. With Watson as a starter, I would say yes. You Tennessee, Alabama, and Florida have only the quarterbacks. Yeah, Tennessee going with the freshman. I like Russell for Alabama. I think that's a much better move than Mac. And then we'll see what happens in Florida. Obviously, quarterback's been a bit of a nightmare as of late at Florida. Their Lagway did absolutely nothing. Oh, exactly. The 12-game losing streak does not help, but you guys give your all besides that. Yeah, Jed York getting busted. Yeah, $1,000 is not going to teach him anything. He'll probably get fined like $100K by the NFL for the misdemeanors. But something like prostitution, we will see what happens there. We will see what happens there. Now picks up. Here we go. Jets summons the Cards find more reason for optimism this year? Yes, absolutely. Because at least Cardinals, new coach, and they do have some talent. The defense is not good, but they have some talent. Dolphins, Malik Willis, Jets, you know the end is near for Aaron Glenn potentially. Eagles this year, I don't know what to make of them. I'm not crazy about Sirianni, but I think the defense is very good. It really comes down to Jalen Hurts and what happens at wide receiver with the new guys they got after getting rid of A.J. Brown. It's gonna be tough. Browns trying to tank for Arch? I don't think they are. I think it's sunk cost fallacy. I don't even think they're trying to tank. I don't think they're trying to tank at all. Right, no, exactly. Even with that, you couldn't catch a break. Yeah, wasn't the Sunday Fun New York one? No, it was not. Yeah, the only logical explanation is, well, they have 130 million reasons in terms of dead cap why they can't keep him. Yeah, the York story, yeah, no, it is. Surely he could do better than Trailer Park 30 minutes outside of where he was supposed to be. When you were taking a 30-minute drive to go to a trailer park, like what are we doing here? Eagles, I think 10. I'm going to go 10, maybe 11 wins on that. Yeah, they're counting out until 27 draft. Yep. We'll see who's the GM by that point. They got to get a quarterback, obviously. They got to get a quarterback. And that goes without saying. The smallest differential? Yes. Very much. Very much. Right, Archer's not generational. No, he never has been. No, generational, he is not. No. The Booty trade, I think, is a great trade for the Texans. I think the Texans need a wide receiver too. You give up a backup safety, so you make no changes to the defense. You only give up a 7th-round pick, which is nothing because you're going to get a 5th-round compensatory pick if you let him walk in free agency next year. So 2028, you'll get a 5th-round pick as a result. You give a 7th-round pick this year. Yeah, I think it's a great move. I think it's a great move. Browns need to rip the Band-Aid off and expect the bad year from dead cap. No, it would be tough because it carries over. It carries over. Yeah, a bunch of Browns fans are protesting Watson. Yes, they are. Yep, they show up to practice today and booed. Right now, Archer's having the consensus pick. Could be Dante Moore for all we know. How do you feel with the NFL draft being in D.C.? It's going to be interesting. I'm a bit, on one hand, I'm excited. Because on one hand, you're looking at just a giant square like Vegas was. Vegas was just a giant square. Layout should be pretty easy. On the other hand, I'm a bit worried about security. I don't know security-wise how much of a nightmare it's going to be. Racing World Series bonus ring? Oh, I think like 5 on that. I don't think it's that bold. They're a good team this year. No, I'm not a fan of starting Watson. No. We overpay. Some calls fallacy takes account. Yep. Browns trade Gabriel for a Case Keenum or Minshew. So that guy bench Watson 7 string. Be tough for them to the playbook this late, but yeah. His ability could have gone so much better. Yeah, the Trailer Park in Youngstown. Arch more like Eli. Yeah, I'd say Arch was more like Eli coming out versus Peyton when he was a consensus prospect, generational guy. Yeah, but yeah, the only thing with the NFL draft in DC is security. I don't know, security wise, how stringent it's going to be. If it's going to be like every other draft, I'm assuming he will be. But I don't know if it's gonna be like every other draft or if it's going to be you can't bring even a clear bag in. I don't know what it's going to be. But the layout looks cool. The layout doing on the national line. I've never been to DC. You would think, having lived in New York, I've been to DC. I've never been to DC. So I'm excited for it. None of the Mannings were generational off the gate. Peyton set the record for picks since rookie. I mean, look, to be fair, Trevor Lawrence was a generational prospect. He wasn't great as a rookie. Even Peyton Manning, he did set the record for picks, But remember, he also set the record for touchdowns. Peyton Manning threw more touchdowns than any rookie in NFL history. He's showed a lot of potential. With a new stadium, I think they will. Yep, I think they will, Anthony. How does change the Pats and the Texans? Not much for the Pats. Honestly, I don't think much for the Pats. For the Texans, it changes a lot. Booty was not really going to fit on the Pats this year after all the acquisitions they made at wide receiver and getting A.J. Brown. For the Texans, they needed wide receiver too, badly after the injury to Higgins for the season, so I think it really helps. Yeah, probably is true, Banjo, yeah. Right, it also depends on where, like, the stage might be further back from the fans compared to previous years. Japan eliminated Czech Republic will face Mexico and Netherlands, Michigan. All right. Tom Luck and the decision's over under 4. I'm going to say over. I'm going over on that, unfortunately, for the Browns. Yeah, sometimes he's going to be one-on coach. Yeah, I don't think he vibes with Haslam. Just reading between the lines of the press conference, it was not great. 2020 NFL-driven Minneapolis. That's an interesting one. I don't know, because they said they're going to use the stadium for that. Now, I don't know if they use a stadium like they mean use it like how they did with the Steelers and the Packers, where there's some activities in the stadium. But if they're doing the draft inside the stadium, that's not good. Yeah, NFL shop team with Disney. I love some of the teams. Commanders were the best. Commanders by far the best. Best shirts. Texas Fleece Pats. I don't know fleece, but I think they got the better end of the deal. I don't know about a fleece, but they definitely got the better end of the deal. Will they make it? No, they're not making it. They're not making it. Let's go, Cujo. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Trevor got thrown to the Wolves. It wasn't like he was thrown to the Wolves. He was Urban Meyer was this coach. Go 11-6 ball string? 2. They're going to be really good this year. Minimum 11-6. They should, Banjo. I mean, he stepped onto the baseline during a game. He trespassed by stepping onto an unauthorized area, so should, but who knows with this league. Philip Pats fans are low-key annoying me around Booty. They're treating like we trade Randall Moss. No, look, I get trading Booty. I completely get trading him. It makes a ton of sense to do it. Why is having the draft inside the stadium bad? Not as many fans can be there. So here's the thing. The NFL draft always looks packed because people are standing. And when people leave after standing, people fill in the gaps. In a stadium, you look at what happened in 2018 in Arlington, if you have it in a venue, people are sitting down, and when they leave, no one takes the seat. You have less people there. You have a lot less people. You know, Monson's bench, Munkin's gone. Yeah, I think his seat gets very hot. No, I don't think Texas most over your team. I don't think so. How different than Aaron Stroud would be if he had a normal rookie quarterback season. That also is true. That he played so well as a rookie that the expectations got insanely high. Philly's back? Yeah. After winning 9 in a row? Oh my God, absolutely. You had a good deadline. You had a very good deadline. The D-backs are faltering. You're back. You're back. Nothing to worry about with the Phillies. Phillies have a lot of cushion at this point. The Phillies have a ton of cushion. They should be okay. Yeah, the Phillies are more than fine. The Phillies are more than fine. The Texans, they're going to have a top 10 defense all time. I really believe it. Stroud just needs to be average. Otherwise, that defense can be top 10 all time. And if Stroud plays anything like he was as a rookie, yeah, people saw Stroud was top 5 quarterback after his rookie season. Yep, obviously it's not that anymore, but he earned it as a rookie. He played it out of his mind as a rookie. I like the riff on this one. It's almost like if it was like 20 years before, we went like an Irish drinking song, this one. But now it's like heavy metal. It's like yeah. The first 2 songs are very heavy metal. Very heavy. Wait, you want 13 wins in October? Yes, I completely get that. I completely get it. It needs to do if they host a draft just in Motor Speedway. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be cool. Problem is that you want to do it downtown. You want to do it where people can just walk in versus having to travel out there. Yeah, Al Robinson retired today. Yeah, heck of a career. You might only last one season. Will be the 3rd one and done in 4 years. That's crazy. Done covering early to the postseason? No, I wouldn't say that. We'll do some weekday games. We'll definitely do some weekday games. We're going to have Stroud plays rookie level, then the Texans will be one of the greatest teams of all time. Every single draft, I don't know about every city, but obviously it depends on the logistics. If they can pull it off, absolutely. SC Short said a game of who's on your team this year. Oh boy, I have not seen that yet. I have not seen that. Oh, she was ready to go, Jermaine. She was ready to go. Yeah, I don't get what he's. Yeah, I don't get what. Again, their strides and affecting themselves. He's a publicity-seeking moron. Melky might be retirement. I've not heard that. I feel like I've heard rumors of that for a while, though. He's been in the industry for a long, long time. All right, let me put these prompts in. We got John getting membership. Appreciate man. Game Geek getting this one. All right, as a member, you get a lot of cool perks. They made the Dream members. All we can do is Bozo chat. Buffalo will go in the next 5 years. Do they fire the Dream if they're bad? Yes. I mean, Barry's been there for quite some time. I think if they're not good this year, he's gone. We want the attendance to the Speedway. We want the attractions and activities to do downtown. Yeah, that'd be. Well, they close off the streets. New York Post is pretty accurate when it comes to media stuff. So, but you close down the streets. That's how everyone does it. You close off the streets. Even Portnoy, that's what you know. Only way Texas can lose records, injuries, and Stroud being a bottom 5 quarterback. Yep. Even then, you have Davis Mills, who's more than serviceable. All right. Break into Fort Knox to steal gold. Better content today, Browns or York? I would say the Browns were better content. I would say because we know more details about the Browns. Oh, they're going to remove the interim tag automatically. I don't know why you wouldn't. With the job he's done. While stealing, they're arrested by KP and Ron. Boris gets supernatural powers. The problem is that the NBA draft is not that exciting to go to because it's only 2 hours. It's really not like a fun event. Like the second day, there's no people at the second day, so it's only 1 day with people. 30 picks. It's not great. Texas bench Stroud for Mills. I'm gonna say 7 on that. I don't think they're gonna do it. Like 140 to go for pizza tonight in honor of York. Festival, yes, we're gonna run that again. Yep. Davis Mills high floor, low ceiling. Yep, absolutely. You know what you're getting out of him. Look, with any backup quarterback. Yeah, Ohio had a big day today. Yep. With any backup quarterback, you have. If your starter's out for 2 games, you trust him to go 1-1. I do with Davis Mills. If you have league average teams and your backup quarterback is coming in, you have to play 2 games. Can you go 1-1? I think with Davis Mills you can. I think with Nick Mullins you can't. I think you go 0-2. No, well, the thing with Baker, he needed to leave. Look, Baker Mayfield needed to leave. Baker was not mature in Cleveland. That's very obvious. He was not mature in Cleveland. We saw the whole thing with the video games with Green Bay and how he was treating people. He was not mature in Cleveland. He needed to leave and grow up. Having said that, you can't say we got rid of Baker because we want an adult in the room. We want to have an adult, and then you get Deshaun Watson. You can't do that. Fiction. You only see quarterbacks get traded mid-season, Detroit, so I'm going to say fiction on that. Right, NHL does it on a rotating basis. You know, they haven't banned Canner yet from the arenas, which is insane. Yeah, why in all places? Maybe a good Yelp review. Maybe had a very good Yelp review for that. Yeah, the random trailer park, I have no idea. Al Robinson, I don't even know if he saw it very good. He had a good career, but when you think like Hall of Very Good, like guys that with 1 or 2 more seasons could have made the Hall of Fame, Robinson's not there. But he was a good receiver. Yeah, Jag Stevens may be a good streaming option. I think so too. But the problem is that quarterbacks, the only quarterback I could even remotely see is Kirk Cousins. If you keep O'Connell, the only universe I could see is, let's say Kirk Cousins is like a 2004 Giants situation where Kurt Warner played well, but they want to give the keys to Eli Manning. That's the only scenario I could see. Yeah, hold it decent, yep. Yeah, he'll get a gig regardless. Yeah, I would take him in Arizona if we get rid of Lavello. They already have an All-Star game, Anthony. They already have one. That's the only one I could see. The only one I could see is if the Raiders like the way Mendoza's progressing, or Cousins is playing well, but they're 2-6. Right, holy good, yeah. If the Raiders, let's say their defense is like bottom 3 in football, Kirk Cousins looks good, Mendoza's progressing, but they're just not winning games, lost season at that point, then you could trade Cousins to someone. That's the only one I could see. Hall of Very Good, but should be Hall of Fame member, Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith, I would say, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. During that 10-year stretch, the only receiver with better stats was Marvin Harrison. I think Jimmy Smith, he's got no chance of the Hall of Fame, but I think I would put him in. Yeah, no, disturbing. It's not like too disturbing, just like stupid. Yep, Angel's going to expand over 32. Houston should be number 33. I would think Houston or Austin will be 33. They'll put a second team in Texas. I don't know if you can put 3. But I think Houston will be the next team. And then 34, I think, will be Atlanta. Unfortunately, I think that'd be a mistake because they've had 2 chances and blew it. Selfishly, I want Arizona, but I think it will be Atlanta. But Houston's going to be 33. Yeah, Nick Mangold. Yeah, well, he was, for my money, the best center in football from the late 2000s to the early 2010s. Interior alignment, it's so hard. Interior alignment, it's so hard to get in, unfortunately. Like, they get very screwed over. Interior alignment very much gets screwed over. You know, Houston, I think, will get a team. I think Houston will get. I think it was a little bit of, I think it was a combination of both. You know, Arizona should get a team as well. Right, TNT, yeah, they won a team there as well, yeah. Makes it easy. Carolina get the draft for NFL. Usually, they've never done a city that's not an NFL city. Orlando would be interesting. Let's do like the Wide World of Sports complex, maybe. Yeah, that was great. I appreciate that, Ben. I appreciate that, Ben. You know, Booty, it's gonna stick missing him, but I get it. It was rumored to go for a while. You don't really have a need for Booty at this point. I get it. Why is the NHL being NBA and NFL 33 teams? Because, well, NFL, you can't do an odd number of teams in the NFL because then you have week 1 buys, and that would not be good. Be very unbalanced. The schedule will be all out of whack. NBA, NHL, you can use the entire world. Like, the talent pool is insane for NHL. It's way easier to do. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, NHL will take the NFL's crown. Yep. For most teams. And a Hall very good? No. I would say no. Hall of Fame or nothing. Atlanta team, I would think would be downtown. How's it go, DSP? Appreciate you a ton. Hopefully you're having a great day, too. Maybe we'll ever get a second team again for what? For the W? I mean, for the WNBA. Yeah, I think Boston will get a team. If you mean Hartford for an NHL, no. I think Hartford for the NHL, no. No, they need a new arena. That bridge sailed, that ship sailed a long time ago. Yeah, Hartford at this point is like out of the running. It's like Buffalo and Rochester in the late 80s, early 90s. They were like the hot city to get teams. They never did. Now they have no chance of getting any. You know, you're right, Allen. Yep, you are. That's why. Will let Kyle Williams go? No, Williams is cheaper. Williams is a lot cheaper, and you got him for a longer period of time. You have Williams for a way longer period of time. You know, Hartford will never see another Big Four team. Yep, I would agree on that one. Yeah, HL's by national too as well. Yep, that's the other thing. So the other leagues, like you have to remember too, the NHL is the fewest number of teams in American cities of the Big Four, so there's more room to grow. Yeah, I can't wait to, DSP. I can't wait to. Who's the one athlete in any sport that when I saw him perform, it was pure magic? Well, I wasn't alive for Barry Sanders. So, that's a good pick. I wasn't alive for Barry. For me, I would say Albert Pujols. Watching Albert Pujols take batting practice in his prime was just something special. Watching Albert Pujols in his prime take batting practice was just ridiculous. But they don't have the rights to the Whalers, so nope, at this point it's Canes. You know, the Flames are there first. Yeah, and then moved to Calgary, yep. A brain dead Walmart employee told him twice barcode on the bin when he acknowledged and saw barcodes, and he put in the, oh jeez, it's like Patrick Starr. Oh my god, like put the lid on the, jeez. You know, Williams has shown flashes, and he's younger. He's younger. He's under more control. Yeah, you're not getting rid of Williams. Orlando Dreamers, yeah. How much more does Samara have to do to become a Hall of Fame tier? Oh, he's not even close yet. I mean, he's on track, but he's not close yet. I would say at least another 5 seasons like this. Oh, you saw Calvin Johnson's career? Yep. Hartford Harpoons or something like that. Nordiques, I think other owners would block that. It's possible. If they're going to go back to Canada for a team, it would be Quebec City, but I think other owners would block that. Atlanta's grown enough to have a good fan interest in an NHL team. I'm always worried about cities that have gotten 2 chances. If you got 1 chance, I could get it with just bad circumstances. But once you have 2 chances, I'm a bit weary about giving a 3rd chance. Right, no, exactly, RC, yep. Again, Baker needed to go. Baker was not mature in the slightest bit. Baker needed to go. But to then say, we need to get an adult in the room. Where's Katamarte hanging out tonight versus the Cubs? So probably go to Casino, Arizona this time. Go to a different one. How many All-Pro accolades is required for a lock? For lock, I would say for a lock for All-Pro, depending on the position. Like, Juszczyk is like 10 All-Pros, but he's not a lock at fullback. Assuming it's, say, an every down position, I would say if you have 8 first-team All-Pros, you're a lock. If you have 8 first-team All-Pros at a position that plays every down, you're a lock. Orlando gets a team at some point? Yes, I think they will. I think they will. Won't be NHL. MLB potentially. Depends on the race situation. Depends on that. You know, if you're St. Louis, I mean, their two chances came from relocated teams. They've never had a team of their own. They've never had a team from the ground up. Yeah, Houston, Arizona, Atlanta, possibly Quebec City, yeah. Or Kansas City. I'd probably go Kansas City on that. Milwaukee NHL team, that'd be a good market, actually. That'd be a very good market. That'd be a very good market. If Jefferson and Chase tried today, no chance. They're on track, but today, no. They've not done enough. Not even close. St. Louis Stallions, they got team number 3095. Well, it depends if they were on. The thing is I became a fan of the Jaguars because I saw them on TV. It was all based on who I saw on TV in October 2005. If that was back-to-back games I saw a team win on TV in 2005, it would have been that team in all likelihood. So it entirely depends on that one. You know, any NFL, they're not going to expand any more in the country. They'll go international. They're going to go international. Vols even through true freshman to starter. I like it. I completely like it. I'm excited to see how he does. Obviously, true freshman, throwing him into the Wolves like that first game. I'm excited to see him. You know, 2000, they rumored to move. Yep, Lemieux to save that team. Yeah, if the NFL expands, it's going to be international. It's not going to be in the country. Yeah, hopefully they approve the Tampa deal. I wanted to say there. Why is baseball become popular in Florida? Oh, it is. It's very popular in Florida. It's very popular. Just the owners are dirt cheap. And the stadium situation in Tampa is a mess. The stadium's not even in Tampa. The stadium is a pain in the butt to get to. Miller looked terrible last night. No, Milroe looked awful. He had no accuracy. He was not good deep down the field. He was taking off and running at random times, and when there was a spy on him, he was like a headless chicken. He's not good. Where is he spending his Oldstown, since Youngstown's out of the picture? NFL bring back NFL Europe over expansion? No, you can't bring it back at this point. There's already European football leagues out there in Europe, and the problem right now is that, and you've basically, by putting games in Europe, you've got in Europe accustomed to watching the best of the best. You give them a minor league, it won't do well. Why have they gone St. Louis or KC? I'm not sure why they haven't gone KC. St. Louis, it's because of the Spirit situation. This is what happened with the Spirits in the ABA. And the settlement there. But KC, I'm not sure why. You take start a true freshman. I'm excited for that. Bonus rating, Miller gets cup at the end of August. Bonus rating, I think you could stash on the practice squad. No one's going to pick him up. I'm going to say 5 on that. Right? I can see Mexico City. I don't think Toronto. I don't think they'll go Canada. Right? Casey had the Kings back in the day. But it's a lot different now. Which city, if they expand domestically, St. Louis would get. St. Louis, I would think when Jerry Jones passes, you go with Austin. And potentially Portland. Yeah, the 140ers, they should. Yes. Oh, my God, they should. Worst quarterback to transition out of last year's class in the NFL so far this preseason, and the best. The worst so far. Man, that's a good question. Of the quarterbacks, I would say, honestly, Carson Beck has pleasantly surprised me. Carson Beck has been a pleasant surprise. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Of the worst, I'd probably go Cole Payton. Also for San Antonio, I would think so, yeah. I would think so. Because Austin's a growing city. Would it kill the CFL? Yes, it would. The CFL's on life support either way right now. It's on life support either way. Yeah, the English Rugby League's Canadian team is really, I don't even realize that. Rays Brewers, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. I don't trust other teams in the playoffs, but not a bad pick. They're darn good teams. UK Jackson start Arkansas. Man, it's going to be an interesting year in the SEC. Yeah, why do you have to give the Texans a good receiver? Yep. They literally just seem to be even below average. Below average is fine. If he's like 20 to 22, they're going to be okay. Oh, yeah, there's a market for football into Mexico. It's a big market. Mexico football, that's a pretty big market. The best and worst NFL college team I've been to. Aloha Bowl. Aloha Stadium was the worst. I took a tour of that. That stadium is awful. The best, I'd say SoFi. Best, I would say SoFi. And the next U.S. expansion will be UFL. Yep. Yeah, the CFL would plan to sue, yep. Oklahoma City working for an MLB team? Potentially. Potentially. Yeah, San Antonio would work as well, yeah. Cowboys can claim San Antonio as part of the territory. Yeah, they need a lot of money. It's like while Jerry Jones is alive. It will not be while that happens. Could put another team in the South? Absolutely. Absolutely. I could see putting a team in Virginia, potentially. Like, not close enough to D.C., but Louisville, if you count that as the South. I think Louisville could be a very good market. Texas not these 3 teams. I mean, but California's got a crap ton of teams. I mean, Texas can support 3. Texas can absolutely support 3. The final NFC West standings: Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals. MP Arena Albany. I've heard nothing but bad things about that arena. I've never been. I've heard nothing but bad things about it. Birmingham? No, Birmingham is not like a great market at all, and they've really not supported teams well. How many games for the Niners win? 140. I'm going to say if they stay healthy, I'm going to say 11. I think 11. After Vegas and Seattle, where could they expand next? The NBA? I could see Kansas City. Or Louisville. I could see Louisville, actually. I could see Louisville. Too close. Cincy? For NFL, yes. For NFL, it'd be too close. Salt Lake would be a rocky situation again if MLB team goes there. Yeah. You know, Salt Lake is trying to get a lot of teams. Do you have to fight Jerry Jones for Houston team? Yes. Yes. Yeah, Jerry Jones was adamant about not putting a team in Houston. He was adamant about that. Right, Birmingham's lost like 20 million football teams at this point. Yeah, so that's not happening. Clock's at 0. $5 more gets you at this point. Clock is at 0. $5 more gets you. We have 3 ChatGPTs that I have to get in. Boys in Omaha, I would say probably not. Probably not on that. Sure, is Shador ready to go? Yes. Ernest Patino was the one that blocked that. Why would he block? I feel like that'd be a good thing for Louisville. Though I guess attendance would decline at Louisville basketball, and then you lose money, maybe. Bond scorer for Sandy? Whoa, that's a first. Cardinals trade Minshew. I'm going to say fiction. I think fiction, but I would love him back in Jacksonville. So still lock up the owners to make the World Series? Yeah, the owners are still so far apart. They are still so far apart. They're nowhere in the same stratosphere. Throw that to a Sporkle. All right, we'll do that. Appreciate you, man. I didn't want to be impacted. That makes sense, actually. CFL in Boise. I think if CFL was going to expand in the USA, cities like Boise, Buffalo, like / Rochester, that would make a lot of sense. But the CFL is in a precarious spot right now. A very precarious spot. How do I say that doesn't drink and it's nothing on one Sunday sport team? Yeah, that's the $1 million question. That's why I'm concerned with like NFL and Salt Lake. Other sports, maybe you can get away with it. Chiefs just signed on the Texans. Name when they're making the team? No, they did not. No, they did not. Okay, first round receivers. All right, let's do this one. I'll get you on the youngster game. Yes, Sporkles are 2. So let me get you on. Oh, that's awful, Michael. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I say it's to go with hesitation. Well, the Chiefs were once Texans, but they didn't have to get anything with that. That wasn't a problem. Okay. First round wide receivers, 2000s and 2010s. Okay. See what big enough obstacle to prevent a team from Canada? Yes. Yes. They've blocked it before. Oh, okay. Wait. This froze. Wait. Okay. I have to figure out a way to not get it to freeze. So it froze last time. Okay. This should work. Okay. Here we go. Utah Chargers. Robinson rank for Jags receivers. So we have Smith, McCardle. Right now I put him at 3. I put him at number 3. All time for Jaguars. Robinson's number 3. All right, here we go. The Bills are not allowed teams around. Okay, let's do this. So we have Hollywood Brown. You've got not Darby. Harry is what I meant to say on that one. You have DJ Moore. Obviously, Julio Jones. I know that's not the one for 2018 Alabama. That's Calvin Ridley. This is Corey Davis. You have Mike Williams. You also have John Ross. Hopkins. I know that's not 2016 Notre Dame. You do have Dotson. Yeah, Dotson. Treadwell. We got everything in a second. Coleman. Cooper. Kevin White. For Dolphins, that's Parker. Eagles, Aguilar. who was just terrible. Perriman, Dorsett. The Bills, it's Sammy Watkins. You have Mike Evans, Beckham. You have Cooks, Benjamin, Tavon Austin. Okay, wait, I'll come back to that. Blackman, obviously. Put Matt Jones. Oh, I already put Jones. Okay. That's Floyd. Kenny Britt. 2012 Titans. Let me come back to that. This is AJ Jenkins. Obviously, AJ Green. Baldwin. It's Jonathan Baldwin. Demarius Thomas. I'll get to everything in chat in just a second. Hayward Bay. That's Crabtree. This is Macklin. Of course, Percy Harvin. Akeem Nicks. Calvin Johnson. Ted Ginn. Robert Meacham. This is Anthony Gonzalez. Santonio Holmes. Williamson. Everything. I'll get to everything in the chat in just a second here. Fitzgerald, of course. Rogers. Lily. It's not Lavernius right now. Lavernius is not there. Oh my God. Freddie Mitchell, yep. Reggie Wayne, of course. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, the bank. Oh my God. Pure work. That's who it was. That's Plaxico. That's Soward. Alright. Yeah. Will Fuller for Notre Dame. Alright. Here we go. No, I put in Brian already. Roddy White? Yep. Nope. I'm not Roddy White. One series to talk about for a team is Hamilton. Yes, Hamilton is very much talked about. That is that. Similarly, Buffalo team. Yeah, I couldn't see that. Yeah. So let's talk about Arizona State. Which college basketball arena have I been to? Hofstra. I've been to Hofstra's. Sylvester Morris. Winthrop as well. I've been to Liberty. Rod Garner. We're not a guy on Rod Garner. Nope, not Garner. Yeah, Will Fuller. Yep, Will Fuller. Yeah, you made the call. Reminds me, I was watching a video ranking FCS stadiums and Mercer got last. Man, we'll be on the call for that one. Yep, Javon Walker. Yep. But I think pretty well so far. Still have some ones to fill. Still have some ones to take care of. Man. Yeah, Rod Garner, yep. Put Jenkins, yep. Yeah, Megatron was first started. Yeah, he was 2002, yep. He was 2002. You know, how it's, I think, it's a bargaining chip. Alright. Man, okay. Oh my God. I should get some of these. I should. Some of these I'm gonna like. This is Kendall Wright, right? Titans one's Kendall Wright. Yep. I got Williamson already. So I remember him being a bust with the Jaguars. It was a big time bust with the Jaguars. Yeah, that's Kendall Wright. My God, why? I know that the Vikings. Sharif Floyd, but he was defensive tackle. I'm trying to think who they got in 2013 wide receiver. Oh my God, Patterson. Oh my God. I never thought of him as a receiver. I've only thought of him as a kick returner. Clayton, yep. My God, I was blanking on Patterson because I thought him as a kick returner. Oh, no, I get you on that one. I'm sure I can get you on that one. That's so funny. Yeah, no, I thought of him as a kick returner. You know, my lord, that. Yeah, going all the way to Youngstown when you're a $1 billion owner. Yeah, we got Clown. I'll give you 40, Michael. I'll give you 40. I can't believe I was blanking on Patterson because I never thought of him as a receiver. I just saw him as a kick returner. Oh my God. Wow. That's impressive. That is impressive. Jack 78, Browns 2, Watts 247. He's not Jared Stidham. Because what San Diego got him out. What's Rock List when playing first round receivers 2000s, 2010s? We got Jenkins. I remember him being a big time bust with the Niners. He did nothing. Dwayne Bowe. Yeah, Dwayne Bowe was 07, yeah. Yeah, I forgot Bowe was a first or a second round pick. Dwayne Bowe was that. This is a good quiz, Detroit. This is a really good quiz. Joe Horn was not. That was 90s, too. Joe Horn was not. I'm trying to think Saints. It's not Meacham. Colston was 7th round out of Hofstra. God, oh my God. Man. Terrell, yeah. Oh, yes. David Terrell, yes. David Terrell. You know, Andrew Johnson, yeah. Probably would have gotten him, yeah. Yeah, David Terrell, yep. That was a bad pick. Corn Robinson. I thought I put Robinson down already. Okay, there we go. That's Robinson. The Jets. That's Santana Moss. Wasn't I put Coles, but no, it's Moss. It's Moss. I got Meacham already. Dark horse team that will fall apart. I can't say the Niners. Dark horse team that will fall apart. I could see the Bengals. I'm not crazy about that offensive line. And Burrow, I think, will get beat up behind that line. Tries to go 17-0? No. Favorite draft bust? I would say Blackman, because he was a fun player to watch. Yeah, the Jags, they didn't really improve, but they raised the floor, but didn't change the starting lineup. So we'll see. Just start naming the last names. Starts with a double. Oh, man. Okay, let me think about the rest. We've got 3 to fill. Ravens 2000. It wasn't Mason, obviously, because he was in the 90s. Saints 02. I don't know why I can't think of Saints 02. And then Niners 04. Niners 04. Man. Well, Bears, I think, will take a step back. I do think the Bears will take a step back this year. Oh, my God. That's a great quiz. It's doing so well. It's doing so well on this. What are you playing here? First round receivers from the 2000s and 2010s. Yeah, I'll link the quiz if you want. First round receivers. You know, Blackman, all the tools to be generational. He was great. And then, obviously, demons got to him. Oh, my God. I have 2 minutes. Oh, my God. Oh, Travis Taylor. I would never have gone Travis Taylor. I would never have gone Travis. I forgot he was a top 10 pick. That is crazy. It's a good poll. Yeah, 61's more realistic. Yep. Yes, it is. Yeah, college football is fun to watch. I will say, college football is very fun to watch, Reef Shark. Houston, potentially. Potentially. Big 12 is wide open. Oh, man. That conference is wide open. Oh, man. T-Lock is about to be a receiver. Well, even that'd be 2021. We're only doing Rashawn Woods. Yep. Would not have gotten that. Forgot it was a first round pick. We got no Saints 02. Why am I blanking on this? Why am I blanking on Saints 02? Oh my God. Oh, I hope it's not him. I'm going to be kicking myself on. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, we only have one more. Saints 02. Oh, hopefully it's not even going to just be like, really? Oh my God. We were doing so well, too. Like, we were cruising through this. Davis saved me for Corey Davis. I would not have gotten Craig Davis. Stallworth? Oh my God, yes! I forgot he was on the Saints. I forgot he was served by the Saints. They clearly killed a guy. Yep, that would have gotten it. Yeah, that would have gotten me there. I forgot, like, he was drafted by the Saints, honestly. I associate more with the Ravens and the Patriots. Wow. That was good. That was good. Well, multi-use NFL MLB, well, there aren't any. Yep, I thought of him more. Yeah, I thought of him more with the Ravens and the Pats than the Saints. Man, it is Stallworth. Man. Well done. It seemed like nothing in New Orleans. Yeah, I thought of it way more with the Patriots. Yeah, 100%. Let's go. That was good. Yeah, that was a great quiz, Detroit. Thoughts on Watson? He has no business starting. I think it's sunk cost fallacy. Entirely sunk cost fallacy on the part of Haslam. Because Watson has shown nothing. Average 45%, man. Yeah, by myself, I think by myself, with other chats, I think we got 85%. Best Disney crossover design, Commanders. Easily Commanders with Ham. Makes so much sense. Dumb decision on baseball. The Nestor Cortez pitching instead Tim. I've not. No, I've not. I feel old. Yep. No, still preseason this week, Tracy. Still preseason. Top 5. Watson, and Watson. He probably covers the first 27. Now, that was good. Jack chances week 1. Look, it's week 1. Anything could happen. But if we don't win, our season's over. If we don't win, our season is cooked. I think Indiana, yeah, they're going to stay good. Yeah, Kurt's a very good coach. Cignetti's a very good coach. Appreciate you, John, sir. You forfeit early against her? Wouldn't hurt. I'm going to say Jags' chances 80%, but the last time Deshaun Watson won a game was against the Jaguars. With our schedule, if we don't win week 1, the season's over. Like, you look at that schedule going into the bye week. We don't win against the Browns, season's over. Rival jersey, I think tomorrow. I think the Jags jersey drops tomorrow. Right, Countdown 53 happens next week, yep. Against Sporkle Quiz, What If Sports, those are all $2. The back like grid $2. 17-0, 82-0. See, a bust? No. Well, he was never a bust. But if you want to talk about, like, worst trades of all time, yes, he's number 1. But a draft bust? No. He made 3 Pro Bowls. He led the league in touchdowns in 2020. He was great for the Texans. He looked like a franchise quarterback before everything went down. He's not a bust. Think he'll be an NFL coach? I think so. I think he's got what it takes. Score prediction week 1? 27-10. Yeah, I would say 27-10. Yeah, the Jaguars play the Browns week 1, yep. 27 would be the funniest number. If we score 27, that'd be the funniest outcome. Like, if we are up 27-0, let's say, and there's 2 minutes left in the game, and we just score a touchdown, I won't let him miss the extra point. It would just be so fitting. Would he consider leaving? I don't think he would ever consider leaving. Because, again, the college to NFL transition is very hard. A lot of coaches have failed. Watson, the best Texas quarterback ever? In his prime, yes, but overall Stroud. Not Stroud, Schaub, I meant Schaub. Yeah, in his prime, yes. We're talking like season per season. Yeah. Yeah, I would say Schaub. Any player's name I find fun to say. Will Tafoe. Fullback for the Jaguars back in the mid-2010s. Will Tafoe. I think it's spelled the same T-A'_UFO'_OU. Be the Browns coach in 27? I will be. No one's going to want that job. 27-6? All right. You feel the same with the Lions? Yeah, makes sense. No, the Browns and Jags have, oddly enough, never made the playoffs in the same season. Because, well, we could have made it in 23, but then we had to just play like crap at the end. Packers rivalries, I think they're going to be yellow. I'm a bit concerned they're going to be yellow. I'm a bit concerned they're going to be yellow like cheese. Right, you feel the same with the Lions. Yeah, you got to beat the Saints, because obviously Bills week 2, the new stadium, a short week on the road, going to be tough. You know, the Watson contract is some permanent, irreparable damage to contract negotiations. Yep. Yeah, there was no reason to give him a $230 million contract, too. There was no reason. $230 million guaranteed to a guy who hadn't played in 2 years. Yeah, 27-6 hours respect for Jane Daniels. Didn't need to do it. Didn't even need to do it. Especially because Hassan had cold feet at first. He was like, I don't want to be a part of this. You know, yeah, good. Yeah, that's why we need to beat the Browns. Because Broncos, Patriots, Bengals, Eagles, Texans. That's a brutal 5-game stretch. The Jaguar with the wildest name in team history. I mean, the funniest was we had at one point our right guard whose last name was Smiley, and our right tackle's last name was Wimper. So you had Smiley and Wimper playing next to each other on the line. That was the funniest. Justin Smiley at right guard, Guy Wimper at right tackle. So I'd probably go with that. I would probably say that. Yeah, such a Browns move, yep. We also had Brandon Marshall on our team, the linebacker Brandon Marshall. Actually, was good with the Broncos. He was not good with us. That's a fun name to say, yep. Yes, that's a very fun name to say. If Watson Belichick book on to Atlanta, oh my god. That franchise would be even more in the gutter. He completely reset the market. He's been terrible, yep. Well, it makes up for him being a piece of crap person. Yeah, if he has 5 wins, that'd be so funny. Bruce Stearns, that's not really a crazy name. 3-0 for 6 words competition. Ooh. Were they good? No, they were terrible. They were terrible. Oh my god, they were so bad. They have French and a Fries play next to each other on the O-line. That's great. That's great. I think that was his actual name. Yeah. Hashan Trayshawn, yeah. Yeah, his nickname was Haha, but that was his actual last name. Thanks for filming. Here I am. There you go. More Sporkle. Any donation of $2, I'll do any Sporkle quiz you want. If he wants to continue to play well after all that came after him, oh man. Oh man. Yeah, we'll do Sporkle for like 2. Final stream, I'll be home till September 4th. All right. All right. So we have 3 prompts in. Here we go. Tomorrow we're back. There you go. Here we go. We're going to start off. Do we now have a pick? No, we do not have a pick. We do not. We pick a Malik Hooker and a Monty Hooker, but we do not have a pick of York's Hooker. The NFL Disney merch, yes. I think the Commanders did the best. The Commanders did by far the best. Using Ham was incredible. Texans and Cowboys, easy home run there. Wish it was a trip home run. All right, here we go. Boris tries to make Z a Roman numeral. We have to contribute some stuff today, but I'm going up for good tomorrow. Yeah, don't want to do it all at once because it's just exhausting. And moving day is long. Right, with the Jaguar from Coco, yes, we do. Could have used the one from Strange World, but no one watched Strange World, so I don't hate the Jaguars one. All right, here we go. We're in the living room. Boris think how you have finished watching World War Z. Oh boy. Wait, World War Z is that R-rated? A PG-13. Yeah, still, he's 4 years old. He's 4 years old. Yeah, it feels weird, Anthony. I am Boris. You're not happy with the booty tree? I don't blame you. Yeah, for a backup safety, but I get it. I get it. They have a lot of help at receiver as it is. Daddy, that movie was scary. Yes, Caillou. It was a very serious film about zombies. But something has been bothering me. What? The title. World War Z? Exactly. What's wrong with it? Fry or Friends? Oh, that's tough. I'm going to go with Friends. That's tough, though. World War I, World War II. Yeah, I think you should trade Douglas. If you're going to trade someone, I'd rather trade Douglas. Those wars are numbered with Roman numerals. Then suddenly we get to World War Z. Maybe Z is a Roman numeral. As Boris, I've investigated this matter. IVXLCDM. That's a lot of letters, Daddy. And Z is not one of them. So Z isn't a Roman numeral? Not yet. Not yet? Correct. I have decided, yeah, the Cardinals, it was a bit lackluster. Cardinals, I was a bit disappointed by them. I've decided that Z should become a Roman numeral. Fulham today? Oh, man. We're going to score 100 and allow 100. It was a fun game. Defense is very leaky, which I'm not surprised by. Leno, I was shocked. He looks shambolic. He's a lot better than that. Hopefully, they'll just an off day. But we look promising on the attack. It's going to be a fun team. We go down, we're going to go down with style. How many more years do you think is left? I think 3. I think 3 more years left for friends. We're going down with style. But I was encouraged today. I did not expect any points out of this game. If we got a point, I would have been very pleased. The attack was very good. It was very promising. So, a lot of work to do, but encouraging start. Even though we lost. Encouraging start. Especially on the attack. More lively. Something going down? Yes. I think defensively, it's going to be very leaky. Defensively, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But, encouraging start. Even with the loss. Encouraging start. Very encouraging start on the attack. I think the transfers that Ariel brought in were phenomenal so far. I mean, they made such an impact. But we'll see. They got to improve the back, but it was fun watching Fulham for the first time in a while. For the first time in a while, it was actually fun watching that team. Like last year, just very depressing the final 3 months. Prediction for NC State, Virginia. I'm going to go NC State. Oh, that's tough. 31-27. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game. Can we play Fulham? Wants the first quarterback with APY of less than $50 million, but being fully guaranteed. Yeah, it's an albatross. Yeah, it's the worst contract of all time. It's the worst contract. So Z is a Roman numeral? Correct. I've decided that Z should become a Roman numeral. Can you do that? I am Boris. I can at least propose it. Z. What number is it? That's the problem. Penn State, they should be good this year. I think last year they lost a lot of close games. And Campbell's a darn good coach. They could compete for a playoff spot. I really think they could compete for a playoff spot. Texas, they don't blow 24-0 lead. No, I think they make it, but I do think that the Niners win that Super Bowl. Rivalries, Northeastern Jersey, 2 Mays already. Ooh, I would say Christian Gonzalez. Once he signs his contract, I would say Christian Gonzalez. Who are the Browns be if they were a South Park character? Well, I know if they were a Family Guy character, it'd be Herbert, Uncle Herbert. I would say Mr. Garrison. Yeah, York being in trouble with the law, looking bad, but yeah, 140 yet at a trailer home, 30 minutes away. Yeah, if you know, you know on that one, Johnson. Yep, if you know, you know. What number is it? That's the problem. What do you mean? Z is undefined. So what number is Z? We don't know. Is it 10? No. 50? No. 100? No. Then what is it? Undefined. Can you ground someone for an undefined number of years? The Jags are everything. Hasn't come out yet. I'm thinking it's going to be very gold, which I'm not crazy about. Do they make it if they don't blow 24-0 lead? Yes, they do. They beat the Titans. I think they do. I believe I can. Daddy, that's not how grounding works. We are about to find out. Doris enters the room. Boris, why are you writing Z everywhere? Because Z is a magnificent letter. It's a letter. It is not in Caillou. Neither are most letters. Precisely. And it is not in Doris. Boris. Which makes Z doubly useful. You're still sleeping on the couch tonight, aren't you? Yes. Good. I am Boris. You don't need to announce yourself every 5 minutes. I know, but I enjoy clarity. The numbers of reference stream, it was good. We had over 1,000 total views, so I was happy with it. You criticized the way I satisfy you, and now you're surprised I'm annoyed? I merely offered constructive criticism from the couch. Fair enough. No, they do not, Anthony. They do not. Why do you like Z so much? Because Z is not in your name. Why does that matter? Because you are a demon child. Daddy, you heard me. Red Sox, yeah, crazy game so far. I'm not a demon. We got the Cubs. It's always going to be nuts. You've demonstrated otherwise repeatedly. How? You cried because your sandwich was cut into triangles. I wanted squares. Exactly. That's not demonic. You also screamed because your socks were too socky. They were. Case closed. And I'm topping Mahomes' deal, $63 million of the current ones on the rookie deal. Williams and May, I think, will. Williams and May will reset the market, I think. Case closed. You're being mean. And now you are shouting. I am not. You are. No, I'm not. Caillou. What? You have earned a punishment. What punishment? I am grounding you for Z number of years. How many years is that, Daddy? Z. But it doesn't have a value, correct? So how long am I grounded? For Z number of years. It doesn't mean anything. It means precisely what it says. How many years? Undefined. That's not fair. Well, life is full of uncertainties. Daddy, you can't ground me for a number that doesn't exist. That is an interesting objection. Unfortunately, I cannot determine whether your objection is valid because the duration of your grounding is also undefined. The big news Rodson tweets Santa Barbara, Oakland for? The big news there? I don't know on that one. Probably the Watson starting. Probably Watson. That's stupid, perhaps. So when does my grounding end? When Z is established as a Roman numeral. When is that? I don't know. Then I'm grounded forever. Not necessarily. Why? Because forever is not the same as undefined. I hate Z. I love Z. I hate Roman numerals. I love Roman numerals. I hate you. I am Boris. That doesn't answer me. It was not intended to. I've officially added Z as a Roman numeral. You can't just do that. Why not? Because you're not the Romans. True. Then perhaps I should remove it. Wow, that was easy. Yay! Done. So my grounding is over? No. Why? Because Z remains undefined. Dad, I am Boris. And you're still sleeping on the couch. Understood. World War Z has created considerably more problems than I anticipated. I hate that movie. I still like Z. Of course you do. I am Boris. At least it wasn't like as much I am Boris. It was only 6 times in this one. What is Steph doing right now? Oh, man. I would say... Oh, man. I think she's nuking the Giants for having lost 16 out of 21. Probably nuking them for that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, before I do the next one, I did find something the other day that I want to see what you guys are. I've never heard of that, M. Corral. I've never heard of Plotagon. Players who go back to college from the NFL, it sucks. There should be a rule in the NFL that if you go back to college after playing an NFL game, you're not allowed to play in the NFL again. And they can do that. They're a private equity, private company. They can do what they want. Like, that would nip it in the bud really quickly. Where was the website? Oh, man. Hang on. There was a website. Hang on. I found something the other day. There it is. That... Which college will probably apply for next season? South Harmon Institute of Technology. I found something... And a super going maybe 3D. I have not heard about it. Right, is that not the NFL's business? Well, it sort of is, because now you have guys leaving the NFL to go play college. Now it's sort of become their business, where you have guys leaving their own league to go somewhere else. It wasn't their business before. Now it is. Now it very much is. Okay. I do want to show you guys something that is 100% legal. I found this website yesterday, and it might be a game changer. I want to get your thoughts on that. Theoretically, yes, theoretically he could, because he has used up all his eligibility. There's this website. I'm not sponsored by them. I found this yesterday. There's a website called fanlive.app. I want to show you something with this. I would, yeah, just stick it to him. That would be insane, Cujo. So let me get the screen up. Yeah, no, I'm going to show you. It's completely legal, too. It is completely legal. You know, MLB has the Gamecast thing? Okay, hang on. I've been messing around with this. It basically, in real time, apparently, it shows the plays from the game using NFL data in real time. Yeah, it's like it's like baseball, yeah. But it shows what's happening in real time. And then it can show highlights afterwards. Counts as a legal loophole? I'm going to talk with Brett about this, because obviously he works for the NFL. I just want to make sure before I do anything, but apparently it's legal. Apparently this is 100% legal. How would you guys feel about this? I'm going to test it out on Thursday for the preseason game. It might be the same one Disney uses. It could be. But it, like, shows the game. You can change the camera angle, too, for stuff like this. And do they do college football? They do not. No, they do not. It's only NFL. It's only NFL. Right, it's like MLB virtual stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to test it on preseason. Yeah, I'm going to test it on Thursday, the Chargers-Rams game. Oh, Mario Moon Raber Work went there? No way. No way. Yeah, so we're going to test it on Thursday for the preseason. And on Friday for the preseason. I want to play around with this a little bit. But apparently it does everything in real time. But I have to call the stream, not the game on TV. Yep. Score from Mr. Up. I don't change it until the next game. I don't change it until the next game. Right, because it would still be a bit behind. Obviously, this would be a bit behind. I would not be ahead of anything. Right, so call the stream and not the... So that I could use it, worst case, yeah, figure out the layout too without being clunky. Yeah, that's the other thing. I could definitely use this for highlights. Like, I could definitely use this after, like, during commercial breaks to show the highlight of what just happened, if that makes sense. I could do that. Like, not show it, but then show it during commercial breaks to show what just happened. You can't watch Giants game in the area? Yeah. Yeah, but it's fanlive.app. Again, I'm not sponsored by them. I found this out last night. Try the MLB, it wasn't great. Yeah. It's still like fine for MLB. It's still fine for MLB. And a lot of people do that for the 3D for MLB. But we'll test it out during preseason. We will test it out on Thursday for the Rams-Chargers game, and we'll see how it goes. Not from what I can tell. I'm going to ask Brett about this, because he works for the NFL. Yeah, but they want you to use... FanLive, wants you to use it on stream. Well, the arrest force tell the team, no chance. No. No chance. But yeah, that is what I found last night, and I'm going to just double check on the clearance, make sure, because I'm sure the NFL knows about this. I just want to make sure. I'm going to talk to Coleman and just ask about it, but it was Brett Coleman, another YouTuber who actually works in NFL media at this point. So we're going to see what happens, but it's an interesting development. I'll put it that way. Yeah, so we'll test it out week 3 preseason for the 2 games and just see how ahead it is, see how behind it is, see how clunky it is, see if they do real time. Because obviously I didn't know about it so I just saw the highlights, so I didn't know that it does real time, but apparently it does, from what I've heard. So we're going to test it out and see how it goes, and if it goes well, great. If not, it was an idea, but might as well experiment. Because why the heck not? All right, next up in the queue, just so you guys know on that, we have the prompt where Little Brown Bear, Caillou, me, and Boris try to steal gold at Fort Knox. If I audio on? Yes, I can. For audio, I can. Get a strike in the background. Kim Possible and Ron arrest us, but then Boris gets out of it by having a superpower. So here we go. Okay, chat, we're inside Fort Knox. I cannot believe I'm saying this. This is probably the worst idea I've ever participated in. I don't like this. It's dark and cold. Why can't the gold just be outside? I want the gold to be easier to steal. I want gold. I am Boris, and I have a plan. What's the plan? We walk in, take the gold, and walk out. That's not a plan. That's just walking. It becomes a plan when there is gold involved. I don't like this plan. I like the plan. Well, I don't. Wow. Can we please stop arguing before every security guard in Kentucky hears us? A loud alarm blares. Never mind. I hate the alarm. I am Boris, and apparently the alarm has noticed us. New fight songs? There might be some teams that get a new one. We'll see. There might be some updates. The 4 stand in front of the stack of gold bars. Wow! That's too much gold! You know, somehow I expected Fort Knox to have more of a giant pile and less of an organized storage system. No, Caillou is a pain in the butt. You're not kidding on that one, Toxic. Gold is heavy. Yes, Boris, that's generally how gold works. How are we supposed to carry all of this? I can carry one. He picks up a bar and then drops it. I can't do it! I told you it was too heavy! Wow. Chap, this heist is falling apart faster than a Jaguars' 4th quarter lead. You're not wrong there. Some of the vault doors swing open. Freeze! Yeah, freeze! I don't want to freeze! It's cold already! God bless Little Brown Bear. Oh my god. You know, Lights was somebody that I never saw. Nothing changes there. You're all under arrest. Right, Renegade, of course. No! Yep. I don't want to go to jail! That's generally why arresting people isn't considered a fun activity. Well, Chad, I guess this is where I explain why I haven't uploaded in a week. Put your hands where I can see them. I don't like this! Yeah, we noticed. I get handcuffed. This can make one heck of a thumbnail. It's not even clickbait. Oh no, Caillou is not. No. Caillou is not one. No, he sucks. Caillou absolutely sucks. Caillou sucks as a person. Kim turns toward Boris. And you. I am Boris. Not Yakujo. Yes, Boris. I have one question. Yeah, Jed York on Grok could get. If you want to throw a $5 on that one, Jed York for Grok would be... Who, man? I have one question. What? Would you like to see something completely ridiculous? No? Excellent. Behold my superpower! A flash fills the room. Whoa. What just happened? He now has a glowing purple aura around him. I can now control the direction of every elevator on Earth. How's it going, everyone? I appreciate you, man. That's his superpower? He can control the direction of the elevators? How does that help him here? He's inside a cave. He's inside a fort. What? Every elevator. Wait, that's your superpower? Yes. That's incredibly specific. And yet is exactly what I need. No, none of them would, Detroit. How could controlling elevators possibly help you escape the situation you're in right now? You will see. Everyone's being escorted away. Okay, everyone, we're taking the elevator down. Oh, no. The elevator door is closed. Let's go. Nothing happens. Boris? Yes? What did you do? I sent the elevator to the moon. The moon? Not literally. Elevators cannot go to the moon. Then what did you do? I sent every elevator in the world to the basement simultaneously. How does it help you? It doesn't. But it's extremely inconvenient. I don't like being in an elevator. I want out. Boris, this is the most useless superpower I have ever seen. Perhaps. The elevator then shoots downward. Why is it moving it? Only up or down. Right, it's like the ice cream superpower and sponge out of water. Yeah, it does not help. Because I changed my mind. Stop the elevator. I cannot. Why not? Because I am Boris. My superpower only controls where elevators go. It does not control their speed. Now, Barney had educational value. Now, Barney actually had some, value to it. Caillou does not. Does not control their speed. That's even worse. The door is open. I am Boris. Goodbye. He leaps out and runs down a hallway. Get him! Which way does he go? Or did he go? Boris redirects an elevator from another hallway. The door is open directly in front of him. Convenient. Boris! I am Boris. The door's closed. Well, he's gone. Not for long, he's not. Boris emerges from an elevator that has arrived in a parking lot. I am Boris and I've escaped. Now I need transportation. A nearby elevator door opens. Perfect. He steps inside. Take me somewhere far away. The elevator remains still. Right. It is an elevator. Oh, yeah, we couldn't see for a lot of clarity on the north. Right. It is an elevator. I must press a button. I should have thought this power through. Wait, so what's the plan now? We catch Boris. And the other three? I want a snack. I want gold. Chat, today's stream is over. Yeah, I think we had enough problems already. Can they go slantways? I don't think they can. Agreed. Boris walks away. I am Boris. I did not get the gold, but I did discover I can send an elevator to a basement from anywhere on Earth. Perhaps the power has a purpose after all. I don't think it does. Unless you're at a hotel and you're just impatient and you need an elevator. You can save 30 seconds at a hotel. Oh no, Packers, Lions, most critical must games of Bears. Yeah, it's going to be a fun week in the division. Excellent. He gets inside the elevator. Take me to Cleveland. They need a quarterback. I shall quarterback the Cleveland Browns. No, you can't run them off. No, of course not. After the season last year? Yeah, of course not. All right, again, $5 more gets you in at this point. We have one more from Johnster. This is one he sent me. He put this one in, so I have no idea what this is. Something about court. I know that. But I have no idea what this is. Court is now in session. Be seated. Today we hear the case of Little Bear versus Little Gray Bear's lawyer regarding a restraining order. Little Bear, you may begin. This is so unfair. Everyone is always mean to me. I want that restraining order gone. That'd be a fun game, Keller. That'd be a very fun game to go to. Yeah, his elevators are Wonka Vaders. Yes, they are. They are very much Willy Wonka. Stream tomorrow? I think we're just doing Q&A OT tomorrow. I think we're doing Q&A OT tomorrow, and then Wednesday we'll do Leagues Cup. I know Wednesday will be Leagues Cup action. I think tomorrow I'm going to the D-backs game against the Cubs, so we're going to do another Q&A OT. Then Thursday we'll do a doubleheader with college football FCS action, and we'll do Rams Chargers. We have Friday. We will do the Jaguars game on Saturday. Triple header college football. John with a 5. I appreciate you a ton to get you on. 0-5 continuation. All right. This is so unfair. Everyone's always mean to me. I want that restraining order gone. Explain why. Tonight, no games tonight. I'm going to the Cubs game. I'm going to the Cubs D-backs game. So that starts in about an hour and a half. Because I don't like it. That's not a legal argument. They got to be at least 4-1. It should be, or at least 3-2. Can we hurry? I'm important. I'm like everyone else here. This bench is uncomfortable. I'm bored. Why is court so long? I think the judge wore a clown nose. Yep, this is the only one tonight. Then everybody wins. No. Your Honor, the restraining order was issued legally. Objection! She's talking! Overruled. It's not how court works. My client... Objection! She said client! Overruled. The order was based on repeated unwanted contact. That's how the made ones. Objection! I don't like these words! Oh, yeah, I had a feeling it was a typo, yep. I don't like what you're saying. Yeah, that's exactly, the WA's staying. The WA's permanent. The WA emoji is a permanent emoji. That's part of the lexicon at this point. That's permanent. No one paid for that. I was just like, we gotta put this in. I was like, we gotta put the WA emoji in. Like, it's permanent. Overruled. Well, the Second Amendment says I win. Johnster, the Second Amendment. That's the right to bear arms. It doesn't apply here. But I'm a bear! Bear arms! It's not fair! Nothing is fair. I want to go home. I don't even know why I have to be on this jury. I'm obviously the most important person here. Yeah, that's channel lore. We're keeping the WA emoji. That's easy. I vote that everyone gets ice cream instead. That's also not how this works. I have documentation. Objection! Too much paper! We're killing trees! Overruled. Also, witness statements. Objection! Witnesses are annoying! Overruled. Or anything with channel lore stays permanently. Fine, then the Third Amendment! That's quartering soldiers. It has nothing to do with this case. Well, it should. Yeah, this is good, Johnster. It doesn't. Can someone compliment me already? I've been sitting here forever. My feet hurt. My chair squeaks. Everything is terrible. I object to gravity. You aren't a lawyer. You're not even part of this case. I don't care. You're like, Patty Pelican was like just a fad. Like that's like WA's been here forever. Like that's like Patty was a fad. Like, WA's been here forever. The plaintiff repeatedly ignored a request to stay away. Objection! She remembers things! That's cheating! Overruled. Those requests were documented. Objection! Documents! It's not a thing. Overruled. We followed proper legal procedure. Objection! Procedure! That's too big of a word! Overruled. Then I invoke the 19th Amendment! Oh no, this is great, Johnster. That's voting rights regardless of sex. It doesn't apply to this lawsuit. You're making up rules and numbers. No, those are the actual rules. Finally, someone agrees rules should favor me. Why can't we just skip to the end? That emoji, that is your pass rating if you did nothing but spike the ball into the ground on every single play. That is that emoji. Just back from someone's car. All good, Matthew. Appreciate you being here, man. I think we should spin in our chairs. Absolutely not. I have nothing further. Objection! She's done talking! Overruled. Well, she stood up! That's overruled. She looked at me! That means she likes me. Overruled, and no, it does not. She breathed! Overruled. The courtroom exists! Overruled. Everyone keeps overruling me! Overruled. This is the worst day ever. Jeez. Yeah, that's what that is. Yep. You may deliberate, jury. Obviously, we should finish quickly so everyone can pay attention to me again. I hate deliberating. It's too much work. I flipped a coin. The lawyers should follow the law. Oh, yeah, you saw the origin clip? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for how the lasso came about? Yes. That was a crazy story, too. Yeah, that was by far one of the most ridiculous things I've done. But I mean, the Colts, I mean, who had the brilliant idea of, like, yeah, let's have people bring in cans so you could just launch them on the field. That makes tons of sense. I guess so. Even if I'm still unhappy. Fine, but I think everyone should get ice cream. Story, what's your verdict? Yeah, we have. What's your verdict? We find in favor of Little Gray Bear. Judge ran for the defendant. The restraining order remains in effect. That's unfair. I object. Overruled. All right. Finally, everyone can admire me again. I'm still complaining all the way home. I'm telling everyone the judge should have used a clown nose. This is the worst court case ever. Oh, man. That was good. All right, let me get this one in. Super 5. The origin? Yeah, let me get it. Yeah, long story short, the Colts wanted a chant of their own for their first home playoff game in Indianapolis ever. So they initially were like, why don't we have like a terrible towel? You bring in cans of... You know, I literally broke... Because here, I'll actually play. Here's what it sounded like. This is what it sounded like with the AI. So I put everything into Adobe Podcast. So, like, I use AI in the vids for the audio part. So what that is this... I'll show you, actually. I'll show you. And I'll link the video. Hang on. Let me link the video. I'll show you. I had to, like, use the original audio, which I've very rarely had to do. Oh, yo, Jerry Judy? Yeah. No, his luck. Yeah, the situation's bad. So this is what it was like. This is what it's like without the AI. Without AI, this is what it sounded like. I want to give you a hypothetical scenario here, okay? You all remember this fable, right? Doesn't sound great, obviously, with the AI. Without. So, Adobe Podcasts, what it does is it removes the background noise. So it sounds like... I do it like this. So it sounds like this.
The iconic fable
obviously,
of the boy who cried wolf.
Sounds so much better.
For some reason,
obviously,
you've never heard of this fable before.
That's right.
It's a story
like, very
about
different.
A boy
whose job it is to alert
the town
enhanced.
when a wolf is approaching.
You can tell the difference, right? But sometimes the filter does some stuff. And what happened was I had to use the original audio at one point. Yeah, it sounds like early videos. Yep. At one point, I had to use the original audio because this is what happened.
If they were thinking rationally.
Hang on.
So don't put yourself in the situation where you're... Number one, Fry made it seem it's not even close to what happened. The police even said that the player was making
so this is what the AI sounded like
with his food. So
because it was screaming so loud at this.
Applies here.
Here we go.
At least
you're gonna wonder why it did that. You're gonna see.
Number two.
Here we go.
When it comes to going to a place downtown,
we'll see why I did it.
Where they serve alcoholic beverages, oh yeah, it was a freaking Burger King. What Burger King serves alcohol? Who goes to a Burger King and orders a 6-pack of Coors Light?
It sounds like a pretty much tradition. Yeah, very much. You know, it's a huge difference. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a huge difference. So that's why, like, in the middle of the video, it sounded like that. Because the AI thing,
where they
you couldn't make out anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a freaking Burger King. What Burger King?
I like broke the AI because I was screaming so loud. I was recording that like 3 in the morning too. I was recording that like 3 in the morning. Like I was screaming so loud that actually broke the AI. He sounds like Carl Wilson. Yeah, I can see why I did that. Oh yeah. You know, Judy, yeah, the Broncos have taken off ever since he left. Yeah, hit puberty mid-video, yep. Yeah, script different sounds to me than streaming, yes, very much. Because I slow things down when I'm actually, like, reading a script versus here when we're going a million miles a minute. So, yeah, that's why I did that. Because the AI, now that I think about it, I probably could have done that. Start the change there, yep. You know, yeah, the Burger King video, it's doing well. Burger King's doing very well. Appreciate you, Rob. Get you on the call. Yeah, but I was thinking about that, but I was like, I want to have as little of the background noise as possible because there was no way to get rid of that. Oh man, it sounds like Carl Weiser had Burger King for lunch today. Hopefully, I didn't order 13 beers. If you ordered 13 beers at Burger King, that would be a bit of a problem. Okay, yeah. You know, sometimes you have to refresh for that one. Okay. So let me get this one in from Jonathan. Where's the motel one? Super 5. Here we go. I like the Super 5 saga. It was a freaking Burger King. Yep. It was so bizarre that I broke character for a bit. Yep. Yeah, we're good now. That's good. That's good. You just got the last one. Oh, let's go. Yeah, I haven't had Burger King forever. I think the last time I had was when they did the Happy Meals for Ice Age. Not Happy Meals, but whatever you call them. For Ice Age 1. Haven't just watched a video? Oh, man. Get there at some point. Yeah, next to go Burger King, go to order extra large. yeah. I don't think they were. I highly doubt they were. 13 is something with just containers. Makes sense. Appreciate John. Yeah, that was a fun one. That vid's like a 1 out of 10 right now. It's doing very, very well. Yeah, context work wonders for streams. Yeah, the videos work well too. Just feel like crashing out over the Whopper during the Vikings video, and some of the stuff I've said are the analogies. They work pretty well. Kids meals, yep. The last time I did a video about Burger King, yeah, this is the Vikings-Cardinals one where they saved the blackout, yep. Right, well, Taco Bell's going to happen. We've already done a McDonald's video. The Taco Bell one is the Dion Rayford vid that's coming out. Have the Rays come over now? All right. Yeah, Rays up 4-1, man. Yeah, 1-9 their last... Yeah, they had a chance, and then they just blew it. The McDonald's one, we did McDonald's. And then Taco Bell will come this week with... Run with the fire, appreciate you, man. That will come this week with... the Dion Rayford vid. My jokingly called Coke Kid Spear, my dad called beer adult pop, man. They went for like a week following the school train, now they fell off. Yep. If any Cleveland fans were against Watson starting, I think the press conference should have convinced them. Not that I know off the top of my head. I mean, Chick-fil-A there probably is some. Culver's I doubt. But Chick-fil-A there probably is some. Alright. Did a bit of tinkering with the Super 5 one. I put in something for the Super 5 one to make it a little bit more interesting. Alright, here we go. Let's do the Super 5 one. And then we have an email, and then we'll do the Sporkle quiz. Very much MMA, yes. Very much how not to act. Yeah, career ending second drive-through window. Yeah, that's going to be so funny. It's going to be just like finding the footage. Finding the footage of the player is going to be the tough part. But I can probably just use stock footage of Taco Bell for a lot of it. So I'm not like too worried about it. Yeah, welcome to my life, Jackson. I'll let you know. Alright. Super 5. We continue the Super 5 motel story. Here we go. Like fans want Chick-fil-A during Falcons because they'd be close. Yeah. But like they've done college football games. I mean, Chick-fil-A's been involved in a lot of college football games. So there might be something there. We'll see. Joe gifted a membership. Appreciate you, man. Curls plays. Getting this one. All right. Appreciate you there. Let me get you on. All right. Let's do the Super 5 prompt. I put something in I think you guys are going to like. Yes, Forkle Touch. Perfect. All right. So here we go. We've received an update about Rosie. Yes. Rosie was never at the motel. Okay, discuss the everyone's Easter. All right, let me put that in. So I don't forget. Yeah, Rosie was never at the motel. But they host other events. Yes, they do. It is Boris. We know. Rosie was at home the entire time. So all that searching was for nothing? Yeah. So Rosie was fine the whole time? Yeah. Oh. I knew that. You absolutely did not. You were ordering us to search every room. I was making sure. Regardless, Boris and Doris are still being arrested for child negligence. What? It is Boris. Boris, you both left a child without confirming who was responsible for her. But she was safe. This time. I understand. And Little Brown Bear? Yeah? You're being arrested for OSHA violations throughout the hotel. There are no OSHA violations. I don't even know what that means. That's a very confident statement. This motel is perfectly safe. You have already ordered several rooms demolished because their numbers were too large. That's mathematics, not safety. Let's inspect the kitchen. They go into the kitchen. See? Everything's completely clean. I mean, Mercedes-Benz, that sim looks gorgeous. I gotta get out there at some point. And the concessions look great. There's something moving in that sink. Probably a very tiny chef. You ever see the movie Ratatouille? Ratatouille works for Little Brown Bear. Yep. It's a very tiny chef. That's not reassuring. That was also a cartoon. We'll use an ATP monitoring device to check the surface cleanliness. What's an ATP monitoring device? It measures ATP, which can indicate organic contamination on a surface. In this test, we'll use the skill that's been given. 10 to 20 is normal, 30 or higher is in the danger zone. Fine, test something! He swabs the kitchen surface and places it into the device. Beep. 9,457,348,732. You have to start with one way to demolish every room. 9.4 billion. Fake! What? That number is fake! Yes, it is, Matthew, yes. That's a fake number! The device just displayed it. Numbers stop at 5! Here we go again. 10 isn't real, 20 isn't real, 30 isn't real, and whatever that enormous collection of snowmen isn't real either. Yeah, I might have put this one in. I might have tinkered with this a little bit. That's an actual reading, and that's more than 560. No, the machine is lying. It can only go up to 5. The reading is far beyond the danger threshold. I don't accept numbers that don't exist. That's unfortunate. Why? Because you're under arrest. What? You can't arrest me. I'm the manager. Apparently not anymore. Perhaps you should have cleaned the kitchen. I'm not going to jail. He spots the pool through the window of the kitchen. The pool! Don't. Seriously, don't. You'll never catch me! He runs outside into the pool area. Stop! Never! He leaps into the pool. Ha! I'm free. You can't arrest me in the pool. Wait. You forgot again, didn't you? I can't swim! Oh, you stupid bear. You stupid bear. Yeah, JT, I'll sue it again. Oh my god. Forgot again. We really need to put up a sign. Shigo quickly helps Limber Bear back up to the edge. I wasn't trying to escape. You literally ran from us and jumped into a pool saying you'll never catch me. I was conducting another investigation for the cleanliness of the water. Into what? Whether I could swim? And the results remain unchanged. At least you've established that fact today. You cute little Coke Bear. Swimming. Swimming. Give us back today. Let's go. Back to the station. But the ATP device is wrong. The device disagrees. The device believes in fake numbers. It is Boris. Why are you saying that now? I announced myself before and after everything, even under arrest. Yeah, we know. I still say there are only 5 numbers. You haven't learned anything from this. I've learned that pools are wet. Good lesson. It's a very good lesson to learn. That's progress, at least. Everyone heads back while Loma Bear continues complaining as he's getting dragged to the police car. 6 is a snowman! 7 is a snowman! 8 is 2 snowmen! 9.4 billion is, I don't even know how many snowmen there are, but it's fake! God. Oh, that was great. That was great. Alright, we got Rob's prompt. Judge Harms sentences York to teach Liver and Bear the right and wrong way to treat women. Oh boy. All rise for Judge Harm. Mr. York, you were caught in an embarrassing prostitution sting. Your Honor, I can explain. I'd rather hear your attorney's explanation. It'll probably be less embarrassing. With Gil Gunnarsson, it will not be. Vito with the fire, appreciate you a ton. How is 7 a snowman? I have no idea. I have no clue. Thank you, Your Honor. My client would like to emphasize that he is extremely sorry and that this entire situation was a result of poor judgment. I was going to say an unfortunate misunderstanding. Yeah, poor judgment it is. Well, girls are supposed to do what I say. Yeah, Suarez can pitch. Suarez can pitch. The courtroom goes silent. Yeah, that was great. That was a good one, Jonathan. And we have another problem. What? You apparently need to learn that girls are people, not possessions. But I only count to 5. That doesn't have anything to do with treating people the right way. Therefore, Mr. York, I'm imposing an unusual sentence. A fine? No. Community service? No. Jail? Not this time. Phew, that's a first. Jed York will spend his sentence teaching Little Brown Bear the right and wrong ways to treat girls. Yeah, Q&A tomorrow? Yep, we're doing Q&A tomorrow. And then Wednesday we'll do Leagues Cup. I'm sorry, what? Your Honor, that's not a sentence I've ever heard of. They consider it an educational innovation. How long? Until Little Brown Bear demonstrates they can understand 3 basic principles. Girls deserve respect, no means no, and nobody owes them affection. 3 is a real number, but I don't wanna. Good. You'll be an attentive student. Can I count the lessons? Yeah, it goes up to 3. You can count to 5. Lesson 1. You don't tell a girl what she has to do. Okay. Lesson 2. You don't harass someone who's told you to leave her alone. Okay. Lesson 3. If someone doesn't want to date you, you accept it and move on. Even if I really like her, especially then. Your Honor, I think I understand why I'm doing this. Excellent. Perhaps you can explain to Little Brown Bear. Respecting women isn't about getting what you want. It's about respecting what they want. I guess. That's progress. Your Honor, does this mean we're done? Not quite. Mr. Gunnarsson, you will supervise the program. Wait, me? Yes, but I have a very busy schedule. Doing what? Losing cases. They should have plenty of time. Sentence imposed, court's adjourned. So when's lesson 1? Right now. Do I have to learn past 5? This isn't math. Okay, that's good. I can do that. Now give me my flask. John's for the 5 or another one in the email. Perfect. All right. I'm going to feel about the game. I feel that with leaving runners on. I know that feeling. All right. Let's do the Sporkle quiz. It's a Jaguars-specific one. All game-winning score. Oh, my God. Whoa. Okay. This is going to be tough. All game-winning scores in franchise history. Okay. I think Whitted had the goal against the thing against that. We'll just type in the obvious ones. Just type in just random names to start. Desmond Howard, I know. Just type in obvious ones. Only 15 minutes, yeah. Okay, let's see. Well, this is Rasheem Mathis, week 6. All right. Let's see. I think Ernest Wilford was the week 1 game against the Bills. Okay. Week 15, 49ers. That was a low-scoring game. That was a really low-scoring game. Oh, wait. Oh, does kickers count? Oh. Oh, kickers count. Oh, I thought it was just touchdowns. Okay. That changes a lot, actually. Okay. That changes a lot. Kickers count. Okay. That changes a lot of the equation. I don't think Tofield had. Okay. Sims Walker. Week 1 Broncos. That was like early in the 4th quarter. That was really early in the 4th. Oh, man. Was it Miller? I got you on the prompt. Yep. Oh, York went through a divorce? Man. Okay, well, obviously Mike Thomas for... Wait, what? Wait, I think something... Wait, something's wrong. Wait. Something's wrong on this one. Yeah, I got... Wait, something's wrong, right on this one. This is Mike Thomas. That's the Hail Mary. That's the Hail Mary. That one's wrong. That one is Cecil Shorts. Wait, I'm confused. Jason Myers was week 2. Week 7 was Hearns. Week 6, that was Aurelius Ben. Yeah, this is Mike Thomas. I don't know why it's... Or, this is Mike Thomas. I don't know why it's not going in. That's a random matchup for a Little League Classic, if it happens. I'll do a video on the Blues CUS? Maybe at some point. Okay, I'm not sure what... Michael Tom? I'm not sure what this one is. Because that's Mike Thomas. I know that. Heinz Allen. Riley Patterson. Week 6. That was Matthew Wright. Week 15. Oh my God. That was Chris Conley. Week 1 against Colts. That wasn't James Robinson, right? Shark? Not Chanel. Yeah, that's a big one. Yep. It's a big one. Okay. Week 1 at the Colts. That was Bigsby. And this would be Christian Kirk. Week 3 Texans. Wasn't Brian Thomas. Wasn't Tuden. CTN on that. Week 5 Chiefs. That was T-Law on the stumble. Okay. Okay, we've gone pretty far. I know week 10 is... Yeah. Yeah, this is the Hail Mary Mike Thomas. We're going to find I'll link it. It's a good quiz. Yeah, because this is the Hail Mary to Mike Thomas. I know that for a fact. This is the Mike Thomas Hail Mary. Okay. I don't think Moncrief would be. I think week 1 Colts 2020. Because Robinson had a great game, but... Oh, man. It's not Ingram. Okay. I think was 2018 defensive touchdown. 2018 might have been defensive touchdown. Wasn't Boye. Yeah, 7 years ago this evening. I remember where I was. That was a where were you kind of moment. Yeah, that's a good quiz. Okay. Mike Walker? Okay, I'll get on that one. I'll just put that in, yep. I think it's the pass was to Mike Sims Walker. But then it was knocked down and was called by Mike Thomas. So I get why you did that. Because it went down as... It was thrown into Mike Sims Walker, was knocked down by Grover Quinn, and then Mike Thomas caught the ball. But he was the intended target on the play. So I get that. Reggie Williams, yep. Man. Not gonna win, man. Okay. Week 1 Colts. Man, this team sucked. This team absolutely sucked. Where do I put Minshew in? Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna win. Oh my god. I'm before netting yet, right? Yeah, just might as well clear the bases there. Man. Man, week 1 Colts. It wasn't J-Rob. Shark, I already said no. It's not Chenault. Got other receivers on that team. That team was not good. Oh my god. That team was not good. Other receivers on that team. It wasn't Eifert. Oh, man. Chance of the Trailblazers to relocate? I'm going to say 10%. I hope they don't relocate, but you never know with Dundon. So that's the one for the starting quarterbacks. Oh, man. We got to play that one at some point. So this was Ryan's. This is a very good quiz. This is a really good quiz. Okay. Cheap, man. Put Brunel in already. Could be a kicker. No, but Lambeau was kicking week 1. He was kicking in 2019, week 7. He was kicking there. So you can't throw strikes, man. It's not a kicker. It's not a kicker. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not a kicker. Oh my god. Here, so I get you on that one. I feel like this was an offensive touchdown. I'm not confident. I think we did have a defensive touchdown against Miami. So it wasn't Kessler. Right, I'm not sure they allow it. Although, who knows what the rules are in the NBA at this point with Silver as commissioner. Oh my god, I am blanking. So Minshew balled out this game. He completed like 95% of his passes, and Robinson had 100 yards rushing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to give up here. I'm going to be kicking myself. Keelan Cole. Oh my god. Keelan Cole. Kai Forbath was our kick. Well, I forgot Forbath was on the Jaguars. Keelan Cole, yes. Because Sim Osgood, he was really a gunner. I forgot that he was a receiver for us. Hankton, Patrick Johnson, James Stewart. I put Stewart down? Why did I put Stewart down for any one of these? I don't know why I didn't put Stewart down. I forgot Forbath was a Jag. Gun to my head, I would not even think Forbath was a Jaguar. Keelan Cole, I should have put. Yeah, he had the touchdown against the Bengals. But we scored like 20 points in the fourth against the Bengals. I think that was with like 12 minutes to go. And then the floodgates just opened up. Yeah, Osgood. Yeah, he was really a gunner for us. Hankton, man. The former Chargers receiver, yep. Man. How did I not put Keelan Cole down? Oh my god. I feel like I just associated with 2017, 2018. I forget he did anything else with us. But, you know, he had the catch against the Bengals. I forgot the catch against the Colts. I forgot that one. Man. I'll take that. I'll take that. For the most part, did pretty well. I will take the results there. I will gladly take the results on that. I don't hate that. That's a good quiz. Players where they realign getting OKC out of the Northwest. I'm going to say, ooh. Depending on where they move, I'm going to say fact. I will say fact. Depends on where they move. All right. Okay, disgusted dad ruins Easter. Now, is he sold? I can't see him getting sold. I cannot see him getting sold. No, I'm going to the Giants, not the D-backs Cubs game tonight. Brady Cook, UFL? I think so. I think his time in the NFL is done. And man was a field goal? Yep. Well, I forgot Forbath was on the Jaguars. That would not have helped, actually. I forgot Forbath was on the Jaguars. Like, I completely forgot he was our kicker at one point. He was there for 3 games. I completely forgot. Not yet, Joe X. I'm going to open it up. I think I'm going to open it up probably on Wednesday. Probably do it Wednesday. Alright, so we're doing Disgusted Dad Ruins Easter. We're gonna do like an egg hunt. I think we're poor. Because you burn half your possessions and destroy them. Yeah, 3 games had a game winner, yep. Curious how that works out. Right, any score in the 4th row too. Yep, any go ahead. All right. Also, Red Sox pick ALDS. I'd say like 3 on that. I don't think it's that bold at all. You know, Kiffin sucks. The fans pursue the players here because he wants them to return. It benefits him. He doesn't care about how it benefits, like how it impacts the game. He just wants it to benefit himself. Okay, the shell pass, yep. William. Jeez. 4.5 wins, I'm going to go under. I don't think they have a good quarterback and a good coach. And that's really what changes things. So that's show me. Oh boy. Shamos will transfer well to the NFL. I'm not sure he's tall enough. He runs through a lot of Manziel the way he plays. If you go on tonight, I'm going to the D-backs game tonight. I'm going to D-backs Cubs. Year 4 now playing fantasy. It's like football GM the video game. Yep. Oh no, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, start watching it. Yep. Go to BK. Yes, I am. Recall Ron Walker. Why? Such relief. For what? Workout going to the bathroom. MVP favorite? I think Prescott's going to the MVP. The story, the original one. I don't know, like too far. How far to get? Oh no, we're still here. I'm 6 minutes in. I haven't chased too much. I actually don't know on that one. Yeah, Chambers is a fun quarterback to watch. Yeah, I have Prescott winning MVP this year. But I'm glad I stayed at Ole Miss too. Yeah, I want LSU to suffer. Plates of candy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He was in the bathroom forever on that one. I've never even heard of the Yumbo. Except for Lawrence MVP, I would love that. I would love Florence on MVP. Oh, family time first. Skip the candy. No, you can't just have the candy. We gotta have family time first. We need family time. I think so, one might be real. I don't think this one's real. None of these are real. Like the writing makes no sense on this if it's real. Like, she never intervenes. He's just holding the bag. And the whole thing about family time with the camera. You gotta pick the candy up there. I mean, there's a cat there. Cat can't have the candy. LSU will miss. That's week 3. I can't wait for that game. Dark horse pick, Arizona. Oklahoma State's not a terrible pick though with who they got from North Texas. It's not a terrible pick. Just stomping on all the candy. Yeah, 0 for 18 combined with runners in score position. Jeez. Are you looking forward to family time? Look, he's eating the candy too. Yeah, that's going to be a fun game. We're going to be on the call for that one. We're locking that one in. We're locking that game in. A nickel for every time East Palestine made the national headlines in the last 3.5 years. 2 nickels. Not allowed with 7 toys. Oh, William. Just throwing the candy everywhere. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. He's going to need the National Guard for that one. He is going to need the National Guard. Not fair. Let's put the candy in his hair. What on earth? Oh, Steen. Okay. He spells Steen. All right. No, I'm ejecting for that one. Nope. That one's locked in. We have 2 more prompts in the queue. Yeah, that's your present. Yep. That's your present. Do you like Hope Marte comes back a couple weeks or next week? He's got to want to come back. The thing with Marte is that he needs to want to come back. He needs to make amends with his teammates. He needs to want to be here. If he does, I'll welcome him back. I will welcome Marte back with open arms if he wants to be here. But he has not shown any indication that he wants to be here. So I'm not banking on it. I'm not banking on him playing again. I'll put it that way. They can say it. I'll welcome him back. But I'm not banking on him coming back. I'm going into the rest of the season just assuming that we will not have Ketel Marte on our team. I'm just going into the season expecting that. If that makes sense. You know, Kevin's like the person who keeps cheating, but their current partner thinks this time they changed, it'll be different. You know, that statement that he made, like wanting him back, is insane. It's not good. All right, here we go. We got 2 prompts in. Oh, no, they had a JD joke in there. Man. No team shirts Marte. I'm going to say fiction. I think he has value. Just have to reel him in, but I think he has value. All right, Tiny Terror Hour. Here we go. The studio is still recovering from the bread incident. It's like the worst time of the season, too. And like for no one to know where he went. Corey has left. The remaining bread is on the table. Little One Bear is exhausted. I've been yelling for hours. Yeah, because you threw bread at people. And I yelled bloody wanker at them. Yeah, we remember. It just happened. I'm dehydrated. And drink some water. Grabs a bottle. Water. The most suspiciously normal thing we've had on this show all day. He finishes the bottle. I feel tired. And he sleeps. I'll close my eyes for like 5 minutes. Refresh. Within seconds, he's completely asleep. Ooh, he's out. Good. We can finally have a normal conversation. Bring her in. Little Gray Bear enters the studio. DW closes the door. Is he really asleep? Completely. So, tell us everything. Tell us everything. Where do I even begin? Start with the strangest thing. Ooh, that's difficult. The worst ever history, it's up there. It showed no accountability and no awareness of anything. It's up there. Ooh, that's difficult. There have been so many. Ooh, the chat wants the stories. They want the deets. Fine. You know, so for the 3rd year row, yeah, it's not going to be enough. We're going to miss by like a game or 2. It's all going to come down to that Rockies series where we lost after leaving 21 on base in 2-game stretch. One time, he decided the best way to impress me was to climb onto the roof of the school and do a plank. A plank? Yeah, on the roof. Why? Yeah, I have no idea. He slipped, he fell from the roof and got injured. That could have been much worse. Yeah, I know. And somehow, that wasn't even the strangest part. Wait, what was? The dance. What dance? He decided he was going to perform an interpretive dance for me. That sounds really bad already. Yeah, he had apparently read somewhere that the haka... Oh, no. Oh, no. He apparently read somewhere that the haka was the way to a woman's heart. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Browns are a disaster. I'm with you on that one, Baystock. Oh, my... The haka is the way to a woman's heart. Oh, no. Yeah, that's my reaction to W. He didn't know how to perform the haka. He didn't know what the words meant. He didn't know how to pronounce anything. So, what did he do? He made up the words. Of course he did. Then he made up the dance. Yeah, how did that go? Really badly. Very badly. He ended up offending several people and got suspended from school. And he thought this would impress you. Apparently. Did it? Not at all. At least he learned something. No, he really didn't, based on the restraining orders he was filing. He really didn't. Little River snores Sally. DW looks over. He's completely oblivious. Good. I don't want him hearing this. Anything else? Oh, plenty. But I think that's enough for one interview. Fair enough. Thanks for having me. Just for your own props once again. Thanks for coming out. Little Gray Bear gets up. And remember, don't tell him I was here. Oh, we won't. She leaves. Wait, have it? It's a long story on that one. You watch a movie and come back a third time. I don't think the relocate franchise wins. Long story on that. ChatGPT, at one point, they didn't allow the Falcons making the playoffs because it violated their terms of service. So basically that emoji means anytime something like offensive or ridiculous happens in this, it's like that's allowed, but the Falcons making the playoffs was not. Little Gray Bear leaves. Then Little Gray Bear wakes up. Huh? What happened? You fell asleep. For how long? A while. What did you talk about while I was gone? Foreign relations. Oh, interesting. Between whom? Uzbekistan and Angola. Ah, very important relationship. What are your thoughts on it, Little Brown Bear? Well, Uzbekistan and Angola, since you want me to chime in, have a long history of geographical proximity. They're on different continents. Exactly. That's what makes it very complicated. Go on. I believe the two nations should strengthen their diplomatic ties through pizza. Pizza? Yeah. 5 pizzas. Why 5? It's the highest number. That's not how international relations work. Well, it should be. Anyways, I'm glad we had such an informative discussion while I was gone. They try not to laugh. What? Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I knew I was an expert. I'm gonna go back to bed. DW and Little Prince exchange another look. What are the relations between the two, anyway? Do they even have relations? Do they even have relations? Yes, stupid guy. Why, they actually, wait. They actually have relations with each other? Wait. Wait, they actually have relations with each other? What? I did not know that. They actually have relations with each other. Angola and Uzbekistan. Well, I'll be. I didn't just make that up. They actually... James with the Fiber, appreciate you, man. Which game? You want the Youngstown game, right? Yeah. Where that come from? I have no idea. I have no idea. Alright. Angola was under Russian influence, still is the same with Uzbekistan? I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, that is very random. And next up is John's first prompt. Here we go. We're at the library. A long counter sits in front of rows and books. The librarian smiles. I have no idea what this one's going to be. As Arthur fills out a form while the Brat Pack wait impatiently. Yeah, we learned some even brain rot stuff, apparently. All done, Arthur. Here's your very own library card. Thanks. Wait, what? He got one? Well, obviously he should have waited until I went first. Everyone should. That's not fair. I wanted mine first. This library is the worst. This is terrible. Yeah, no, you're way more qualified than that one. Yep. Everything is terrible. Little Great Bear would have gotten one. She probably already had 10 library cards, even though 10's not a number. I should have one because she has one. Pretty sure that's not how it works. Well, I require a library card immediately. It's not because the other one. Oh, man, the other one was great. May I see your parent or guardian? Why would I need one? I'm clearly the most important person here. Our policy requires a parent or a guardian for young children. Well, that's ridiculous. Rules shouldn't apply to princesses. I'm sorry, but I can't make an exception. This library clearly doesn't appreciate my greatness. She flips her hair and stomps away. Caillou then rushes up next. Can I have one now? Is one of your parents here? No. I'm sorry, I can't issue a card today. Why? That's not fair. I wanted books. I wanted a card. I wanted everything. This is the worst day ever. It's just library policy. I don't care. I don't like policies. They're stupid. Little Brown Bear then marches forward. I'll take a library card. Parent or guardian? No. Then I can't issue one. What? But I need books about Little Gray Bear. Of course you do. I need to know what book she'd read. Having fun is how we get a library card. No, it is not. Maybe she's reading romance novels. Maybe she'll finally notice me. She has a restraining order against you, you know. That's just a misunderstanding. No. This library is ruining my life. DW then stomps to the desk. Give me my library card. I'm sorry, but you'll need a parent or guardian. Discrimination against little sisters. DW, that's not discrimination. Yes, it is. You're discriminating because I'm somebody's little sister. How come mom and dad were able to get a card for you, but not for me? It's actually a good point. That's not why. This is an outrage. I'm telling everyone. They're just following the rules. Well, the rules are wrong. How come I can't have one and you can't? Suddenly the doors open with a bang. Boris comes in. Oh, that's, I think, a Sporkle. They do, yeah. Maybe not at 4 years old, but they do. Yeah, Sporkle's the name of the quiz. I'll link it. I am Boris! So the doors fly open. Uh-oh. Caillou, I got a phone call from the library. They wouldn't give me a card because you came here without me. But I wanted one. That does not matter. It's not fair. You are grounded for leaving without telling us and causing trouble. Why? No whining. But double grounded for whining. Well, if anyone deserves a library card, it's me. Does Little Gray Bear have one? Probably. I knew it. This is still discrimination against little sisters. You know, let's just go home. The kids then shovel toward the exit. Arthur checks out some books. Enjoy reading, Arthur. Thanks. I'll actually follow the rules and return the books on time. Oh, why does he get a library card? Caillou can never read again because he's grounded. Because he is grounded. All right, let me get James's prompt in. All right, let's see what this one is. Okay. Oh, we got Coke Bear. Here we go. We got Little Coke Bear in this one. I got Little Coke Bear. We also have Little Weed Bear in this one. We're going to try to refine Little Weed Bear a little bit. That should be a wild one. Yes, Tom Lunkin. I don't think Lunkin had any say in this one. I really don't. I think this was all Haslam's doing. Reading between the lines of the press conference, this was all Haslam's doing. This is going to be an insane prompt. No little new Coke Bear, yes. Record for fewest games coached for being fired midseason for a first-time coach? I think it would be the Niners, McCauley. I think he did 7. Yeah, Chiefs from State here August. Man, I'm going Rams, Ravens. Your first time head coach on a broken team, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Yeah, 7 games, yeah. Rams, Jaguars, I would love that. Even if the Rams win. Yeah, after week 5, yeah, it depends on when they make the quarterback change. All right, this is an insane prompt. Oh boy. All right, this is the prompt. We're just going to see what the hell happens on this one. Little Coke Bear and Little Weed Bear decide to have a sleepover at JG9's apartment while JG9 is at karaoke. The word spreads that Little Gray Bear is across the apartment, and Little Brown Bear, the Brat Pack, Boris, and the Three Stooges decide to invite themselves to the sleepover. Everyone helps spy on Little Gray Bear without her noticing until Boris destroys the kitchen. I come home at 2 in the morning, not pleased that the apartment's a mess. I kick everyone out. Little Brown Bear tries to negotiate that everyone stays, but I'm not having it. I threaten to call the SWAT team if they don't leave while singing Winnie the Pooh's theme song. Bonus rating, I'm going to say 8 on that one. Yeah, they're botching it, though, so they're botching it. Or last time I said Rams over Jags, yeah, I mean, the Jags did not do well that year, but the Rams did very well. So this is the prompt. We're going to see what the hell happens. I tried to make Little Weed Bear more of a stoner this time. I try to actually give some descriptions, just saying he's a bear who exerts stoner energy and loves smoking weed, reeking of weed. Maybe that will help. But here we go. Yeah, bigger crossover than Endgame. This is yeah, I think it could be a one and done. Sell to South to a Super Bowl why the Browns came over with it. No, they didn't have to sell. That was just part of the thing. That was part of when Allen died. That was part of the thing. That they would sell the team. They didn't have to sell. That was just what Allen wanted to do. They weren't forced by the league to sell. It was like a Dan Snyder situation. They weren't forced to sell. I'm hanging out to karaoke for a few hours. Nobody destroy the place while I'm gone. Swimming! There's a pool right there. I saw it. I need to swim right now. Dude, the pool is really nice. Yeah, how does it feel to be talking about D-shaped rugs, bears for money? Feels good. Fine, you two can stay here. Just don't wreck anything. I won't wreck anything. I'm gonna go swimming. I'm gonna go swimming, and I'll just chill. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. I trust you guys. I leave. Pool, 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 pool. She races toward the balcony. Maybe don't jump off the balcony, dude. I wasn't going to yet. The news then spreads. Well, they had to start watching the song called Fallacy, unfortunately. I'm bored. Me too. I demand entertainment. I demand something better than whatever you two are demanding. Mo, I heard JG9 ain't home. Now let's go there. Why? Because we can, you numbskull. Wait, JG9's apartment's unattended? And Little Gray Bear is there? Yeah, apparently. We're going! Oh, no. You know, I think we're actually be good this year. But I think the Texans win the division. The door opens, everyone marches aside. Wait, how did you all get in here? Sleepover! No. Sleepover! No. Sleepover! I don't know why I would toast it. I don't know. Because I'm stupid like that. I file multiple restraining orders against you. I do not want to sleep with you. Those are just suggestions. They're court orders. Same thing. It absolutely is not. Coke Bear Bears. Hi, there are a lot of people here. This is great. Do we have sex? Do we have towels? Do we have string? Oh, swimming pool. Why is everyone here? I love a party. I love parties. I love swimming. This place went from 2 bears to a census. I'll call the couch. I call the biggest bedroom. There's only one bedroom. I call everything. No, I call everything. Wow. It is Boris, and I am Boris, and I've now determined that Caillou is being grounded. Why? Because I am Boris. It doesn't explain anything. Boris walks into the kitchen. I shall prepare a snack. It is Boris. He looks at the measuring cups. What is this? A measuring cup. Why does it say cups? It's measuring cups. But where are the milliliters? Dad, we're in America. I know, that's the problem. Where is the metric system? It isn't here. This kitchen has failed me. He knocks over some bowls. He broke the bowls. It is Boris. I think he does, Toasted. Yes, I think he does. Yeah, no, the fans are going to turn on the team. Yep. Scheme is more drugs. Suburbs of 3. He opens another cabinet and sends several containers tumbling toward the floor. I demand milliliters. That's not how you solve this. I am Boris. I disagree. Larry opens the fridge. Oh, who's going to clean this up? Not Boris. Correct. What? I am Boris. I don't clean. Several hours pass. Blankets everywhere. People are sleeping on the floor, couch, and just everywhere. This pillow isn't sufficiently luxurious. You have 3 pillows. I need 4. I want the 4th pillow. Well, too bad. Wow. Caillou, you are grounded. For what? Being loud. Everyone's loud. But I am Boris, and you are really loud. Lil Wee Bear is at the ceiling. Dude, that ceiling fan is really something. Pool, 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 pool. Yeah. Pool. We heard you. There's a pool outside. Pool. I get here at 2 a.m. Hey, everybody. Karaoke was fun. What? Why are there 15 people in my apartment? Technically, there are fewer than 15. That doesn't make this better. We had a sleepover. I did not authorize that. It was a surprise sleepover. Get out. But I like this apartment. Out. But out. Wow, out. It is Boris. I understand. Thank you. However, I shall remain. No, you are not. Because I am Boris. I don't care who you are. Little River then steps forward. Wait. You can't kick us out. You probably either way. Why not? Because this is the closest I've been to Little Gray Bear since the restraining order. And that's precisely why you need to leave. But I haven't done anything. You showed up at an apartment you weren't invited to. That's not doing something. That's arriving. Everyone leaves now. What if we negotiate? No. What if I offer you pizza? Tempting, but no. 2 pizzas? No. 3 pizzas? Look, I'm calling the SWAT team if you don't get out. You wouldn't try me. I suddenly have somewhere else to be. The little Cook Bear then walks toward the balcony. Wait! The pool! Yeah, there's a pool. It's down there! Do not jump off the balcony. I'm going swimming! Just use the stairs. Stairs are too slow. I need the pool. She races toward the balcony. Pool! Finally, someone leaving voluntarily. As little Coke Bear disappears, I guess she dove off the balcony into the pool. I guess I'll follow her. Good. Everyone then files out. I still think I should be allowed to say, no, this is unfair. Out. Whack. You stop crying. I can't. I am Boris. You must stop. Wow. You are now grounded for 6 years. What? Because I am Boris. The 3 students now shuffle out. This was fun. No, it wasn't. I got hit by a bull. That's why it was fun. Everyone's out. Little Bear then suddenly stops. Wait. What now? I have a foolproof disguise. No, you don't. I am not Little Brown Bear. You obviously are. I am actually Winnie the Pooh! You're wearing a shirt that says Little Brown Bear. That's because Winnie the Pooh wears shirts too! Get out. I shall prove my identity through song. Winnie the Pooh, he's a bear who likes stew. He lives in a house made of spaghetti and glue. He climbs up a tree and falls on a bee, then goes to the moon for some tea. That's not how the song goes. Not one word was right. You know, I'm impressed. I'm actually concerned. I like the spaghetti part. You are Little Brown Bear. No, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Out. But I'm Winnie. Out. Winnie. Out. Winnie can leave too. This is discrimination against bears. Goodbye, Little Brown Bear. I love you, little great. Goodbye. I leave for one night. One night. And now there's noise outside. What's this? I'm swimming. I'm moving. Pool, 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 pool. I love the pool in your apartment, JG9. I love the pool. This is such a nice pool in your complex. Pool, 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 pool. Man, that was good. That was good. I do love Little Coke Bear just wanting to swim everywhere. I do love that. Oh, man, that was great. All right. Last call for anything. Not that night, which thank God, otherwise I would have had 15 people. She would have left immediately. Not even $140 check. I get it 90% the price. Will Commanders improve? I'm not crazy about the Commanders. I don't like their offensive line this year. You love Winnie the Pooh. Yes, we do. Winnie the Pooh. All right, so last call. I was going to sign off here. All right. Here's the game plan. Tomorrow, new video dropping. Q&A OT at 6:30 Eastern time once again. You guys are doing great. I'm going to the D-backs Cubs game. Take care. No other streams today. No other streams today. Just this one. I might hop on later tonight, but I'm probably not. So, appreciate you guys. It's on JG9 stuff, and I will see you guys. Yeah, I might do later tonight. I would bank on no, but I'm leaving the door open for it. I would say 15% chance. I go 15% chance. All right, see you guys soon. New video dropping tomorrow. Click the link to watch the one on JG8. Easily for it. It'd be the worst. He'd actually be the worst starter for that game. Yes, he would easily be. All right, take care. See you guys soon.